Wow, hello.
Hello.
Hello, can
We're
you hear
back.
everyone? Because I've been having like mic problems, so can you hear Cleese? Because yeah, I fixed it. Because OBS was like, I'm gonna reset everything.
OBS likes
OBS,
to mess with your settings after updates.
Discord, and like OBS are like just they're horrible. They just reset everything. It's so annoying. I'm
Louder than
louder.
Khalees.
Shocker.
Unusual, actually. I
That
feel
never
like I'm usually
happens.
louder.
What about that?
Usually like
Is that
rage queen
better?
over here.
I've adjusted something that's better. Cool.
Thank y'all for the
Oh,
input.
thank you. Now you're a wee bit quieter.
Oh, geez.
A
Yeah,
wee
definitely.
bit. We can live
Yes,
with a
yeah,
wee bit.
sure.
Because I'll probably just be louder occasionally, shouting, like I do when I get raged up.
Peeking our mics.
Peeking
Peeking our
at mics,
mics.
screaming at things. If you lean in
If you lean
out,
in
it's
and
hard
out,
to say.
well,
True.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Do I
fair.
sit still though? No, never.
I
It's
try to
fine.
keep it close to my face, but
I was like experimenting a bit and seeing if I wanted it farther from my face and then turn up the gain or turn down my gain and keep it close to my face. And I think it sounds better closer to my face, turn down the gain.
I agree because I think you're picking up less background noise that way, right?
Yeah. Because the
Yeah.
last podcast we did, I tested out more gain farther from my face. And I'm like, I hate this. Like the whole time I'm just sitting there just mad going,
Editing
why,
videos like
why did you do that? Why did you choose to do that? Knowing it was horrible.
It happens with audio though, because like sometimes you don't. Sometimes you think it's good, and then like
Yeah.
you listen back and you're like, I just that wasn't though.
Yeah.
It
Like
happens to me
some
all the time
people,
with my mic. So
people's mics confuse me. Like watching people's streams, and sometimes their mics are nowhere to be seen. And
that's
they
fair.
have perfect mics, like perfect
Like,
sound. And I'm like, what are you doing and how
how
are
does
you
that
doing
work?
that?
Does anyone know?
And like, there's some people, answer me this. I'm confused by some streamers when they're playing, like, for instance, like I watch, the guy that plays, Connor from like,
Uh-huh.
Detroit. They don't wear headsets because they're in the same room, they're playing the same game. How
Yeah.
can they hear the game and the mic not pick up the sound if they're using speakers?
Do they have earbuds in their ears?
Do they?
I
Because
don't
I
know
never
because I've
fucking
watched
see
their streams
anything.
too. Descartes Games,
I don't see any
Descartes Gaming or whatever.
strings up to their ears, and I
But
don't see their ears being like plugins.
and the way that they sit though, he's kind of at like one angle a little bit. They're mostly straightforward, but he's a little bit kind of at an angle. And she's a
Yeah.
little tiny bit at this angle. So maybe they have them in the inner ear, which would be for me, and that one would be like
I guess
Bluetooth
maybe.
earbuds.
But I
Yeah,
also see like
exactly.
other streamers do it, and I'm like, how am I not hearing an echo? Or I don't understand. I just don't
There's a
understand.
brand, and I don't know if they're using this or not, but called Raycon earbuds.
Mm.
And I'll throw the
And like I know that like not all PCs like hook up with like Bluetooth though. So I'm just it sometimes confuses me. And I'm like, how what are you doing? What is this magic?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to inspect them now because I definitely, quite a few people in that situation where they have, like you said, the perfect audio, and they have like Co Carnage is one of those people, and I don't know if he is using like earbuds for the game audio, but to me, you don't. I'm not feeling like you get the full effect in an earbud. Am I tripping?
I
I don't know. I
agree.
feel like you get the cushion pillow headsets, and I just feel like you get more sound.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know.
I don't know. It really confuses me when I watch them and I'm like either you're playing the game without any sound, which is weird.
It's tough too. Like, how do you get the
Or
sensation of it?
you're
Depends
using
on the money you
magic.
spend. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
fair.
And they got monies, so.
And they have a decent amount of cash.
And they're like part of like a company, like they're part of a Twitch streamer actor agency thing. So
Mm-hmm.
like they got the funding.
Oh, so there is a thing like that with Twitch? I didn't know that. Like
Like
where it's combined as actors, you
well,
mean?
like
Like,
there's Twitch teams, right? Like you know how like there's random Twitch teams.
oh,
They're part of a Twitch team that is actually an
right.
acting agency,
Okay.
because that agency is in the future and they know
That's
which direction we're all
wild.
going in. For the microphone, it depends if directional and you've got the angle perfect. True, I guess, but I don't know. There's just some people where I'm like, how?
So I like my little microphone is it's got, I mean, it's an old school, it's like nothing crazy, but it's a Turtle Beach microphone, but it was specifically made to be able to stream with a decent streamer quality microphone that attaches to your Xbox or console, PS5, and you can also use it on PC, right? That's the whole reason I got it, but it usually would come with a just a table stand, not on an
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
And I was watching some reviews on it, and this guy had it, excuse me, on his desk. So that would make it like for me, you wouldn't. I'm trying to hold
Yeah.
on. Let me Discord because I
That
can't
sounds
see the audio.
perfectly
It's
fine.
like right there. Yeah. So that sounds good to you. So that's
It's
like
it's not as good, but it's good. You
so
know?
like but yeah, but like there's so it's that so but there's like certain settings for this that like so you can see like on this side it's gray. So you can have a setting to where microphone picks up from my side and that side as if you were having
Oh.
an in-person interview with someone and it would catch each other's voice.
Oh, that's cool.
It has another orbital one where it does like a full circle like room, but like and it has different colors, but the main one for streaming is green.
Hmm.
It's a yeah, and there's a lot of different. There's 4 different versions to it, but it's like so old now they don't even make this mic. They don't make a microphone like this anymore, or Turtle Beach or anything.
Thank you, please
I
for
didn't
that,
realize that was actually going to make an alert.
Ray. I should
I
probably
just,
host us.
you should do it.
I should.
I just wanted to like, I don't know, make sure something was going on, and people saw from my channel that I'm hosting somebody
Well,
or us,
well, like
obviously.
especially since we can't have friggin' friends now.
I hate that, by the way.
I hate that. It's
I would
so
scroll down
stupid.
and always be like, who's looking at what? Because like my friends were people that like I genuinely like would click and join a stream or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And just welcome Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
Sorry, it's funny. Um, but yeah, I really wish it was still there. You have no way to like create a community, I don't feel like in that way. Like or like have friends
Yeah.
anymore. You have to do it through like other things and I'm not making new friends on Twitch anyways, but I just hate that it was taken away.
I hate trying to
guess.
make new friends on Twitch. I always feel like
Yeah.
I'm late to the party and everyone already has their established groups in
Everyone's
their
all clicked in.
streams. Like
Yeah.
I've every once in a blue moon I think like maybe I should join like a Twitch team. But I don't know what Twitch team I would ever consider joining. Like there's this one team that's a Kingdom Hearts based kind of one, which I'm like I could do that, but they're um what's the word? Their applications are always closed. But then like someone else that I follow, they were like, should I make like a like a Final Fantasy Twitch team? And I'm like, bitch, yes, because I would join that in a heartbeat. But I also just feel like I suck at being in people's like Discords and chats
Mhm.
because I feel like I'm the odd one out, and and if I talk, if I join in a conversation, I feel like they're gonna be like, "Who the hell is this?"
Who's this new person? Like, and it's always comforting when you like get welcomed into a community, but it's still hard to also like, I feel like connect
Immerse
with people.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and immerse yourself because you're like, I don't know, it's an online community, but I've never thought about the team thing. I was offered one once.
I was offered one from Strix when like we were all still babies.
Tiny babies.
When we were still babies, and I'm like, nah, bro, I'm fine.
I wasn't ready. I got offered by some people too, and I was not ready for it. I just wasn't ready for it at all.
Nah.
Like, nah, I don't want to be. I was way too like
Yours is
into
probably
growing my own little.
linked to Destiny, right? Because I
I
feel like you were big in
think
that crap.
so. I
Yeah,
think, yeah, I might have been a little bit. And I think I had kind of a good thing going there at that time, but like it also wasn't super hype. Like, I mean, it was
yeah,
great. I had a great experience. And that's why I still stream to this day, obviously. But I just didn't want to be a part of I wasn't ready to be a part of a group like that with
yeah,
Twitch because Twitch was so new to me still.
yeah.
And it felt very high school in that way. It felt very kind of clicky. And I am
Still
just so
is.
not into like, and it is still, but I'm so like in the background watching against the gym wall, just like, wow, Because like apparently there's a shitload of drama going on through Twitch lately that I just keep seeing people talk about
Apparently,
on
there's a
Twitter, but
lot of
like,
drama right now between the partners and the
yeah,
affiliates. I don't fully know what's going on because, like,
me neither.
I missed the start, and now everyone's just beefing. But I
Like,
missed.
who started the beef? Like, what happened? That's what I want to
From what
know.
I understand, the partners started it, of course, because they're partners. But like, apparently, it has to do with like the pay cut. I'm not entirely sure. I could be completely wrong, but apparently the pay cut. And I do agree, partners should make more than affiliates, but
Yeah.
there's a lot more affiliates now because Twitch really didn't make it hard to get affiliate. Let's be real.
You made
They
it so terribly easy.
they
Oh
made
my,
it
I
so
mean,
easy
it's
for
not
like
even
most
cool
people.
anymore to like become affiliate. I remember when like
Yeah.
it was new for us, it was exciting, and now
I
it's
wish
like,
that I hyped it up more.
yeah,
Like back in the day.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
I didn't hype it up enough, I feel.
I didn't. I guess I didn't really take it as seriously as people do now.
Yes, like when people talk about how they mod people and people apply to be mods, and I'm like,
Like,
I
blows my
could
mind away.
I could never have someone fill out like a resume to be a
Like, do they
mod
get
for my.
paid?
No.
That just. Well, I
Well,
actually modded
like
for a streamer that
bigger.
expected. He didn't like do applications, but he expected a lot of his mods, and I actually eventually got unmodded. But that was the same person me and Omega Vibor met each
Yeah.
other through. So
Yeah.
just interesting, just weird how
Like
like
I know
people
bigger
go with that
streamers
flow.
do pay their mods, I think, but it's like a
Some
certain.
might, but I
But
doubt
like,
it.
if you're affiliate, shut the fuck up.
Like yeah. I just
Like how in I'm sorry, but like I we've Kate, we got hate rated that one time. Do you remember that?
yeah. Oh yeah, I
And
remember.
we've been on stream on Twitch for a long ass time.
Hmm.
That was
Imagine getting
literally
that
the
all the
worst thing
time.
that ever happened to me
Oh my
personally.
God.
Ever.
Me too. On as far as streaming, I'm equally with you on that one. That was terrifying.
That was terrifying and horrible. Like I get it, like
Yeah.
people need mods if that's an ongoing thing, but like to get your mods to like apply to be mods, I mod people. When I modded people, I like don't. I've
Like,
never.
you've been here. I trust you. I'm gonna mod
Yeah,
you. That's
like
typically where I go. Or and since we have VIPs as affiliates, I
VPI is
VIP.
nice too. I like that one.
Yeah.
Mod should be a friend.
Hmm.
I agree, and like I modded this one person, and they kind of reacted a bit weird, like it was a huge like job, and I'm like, bro, I modded you because you're just here. I don't expect anything from you.
Yeah, just chill.
It's just
You have the ability to like
here.
swing that friggin' sword once in a while. Like, embrace it.
Yeah. But yeah, like people take it way too seriously, I feel sometimes.
I think that's the problem all around with Twitch at this point is that people take it too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that way. I think it's because now it's not loose fit. We are gaming and sharing this gaming experience with other people. And if we have anything like monetized from this is a bonus.
Yeah.
Literally. Like that was like you're kidding? You're gonna give me like because we didn't get subs back in the day. Like
Yeah.
it was
shocking.
it was tips and then eventually bits and then affiliate popped out, and then
Yeah. Like,
I don't
I
know.
was shocked when, like, I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, like, a long, long, long time ago. And somebody that, like, kind of, like, popped into my stream, like, regularly and watched me play, they subbed. And it was the first time I've ever had someone outside of my bubble sub
Mhm.
to me. And I'm like, I paused my game and I had a whole moment. And I'm like, the fuck? Someone out of my bubble that doesn't just resub every month? Like,
That's awesome.
some other person
Yeah.
besides,
Yeah.
like, Goof and Jordan and you? Sub to me? What
Becca
the
and
hell?
Sneak and
Like, seriously, like,
well, I don't know about
someone,
back then,
like,
but like, yeah.
seriously, someone completely out of the bubble.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I need to, like, hype this up a bit because, like, holy shit. This random person.
You want to celebrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally feel that.
I do wish,
100%.
like, like, when we were, like, starting out and got, like, our first affiliate, Twitch is big, but not, like, today big. And I feel like I wish I pushed it more back then, back when we were still babies.
I wish
Because now I
too.
feel like we're in the past and Twitch is just literally too big.
I feel like I'm never going to get past 500 followers.
Me too. I feel like that's never happening.
I have lost almost 10 followers in the past month and a half.
Really, I
2 months.
cannot keep track. Like, mentally, I like the day that I look and then I look back at my DM the next day, I cannot remember what that number was, so I can't really say, but I know I've lost followers.
I was really close to 500. I was like,
I have like
497 or something. And
Wow.
it dropped down to 489. It
Aw,
wasn't 10 or
rip.
11, but that's not that big of a deal. But like, I just happened to notice I only stream like twice a week on my channel.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like, I know there's not going to be room for growth, but it's also kind of like that sucks. But at the same time, it's like, make an effort and maybe people will come through.
Exactly. But like, I just feel like Twitch is way too big for any
agree.
growth, really.
I think you have to just advertise yourself everywhere
And you have to find
and
your
hope
niche.
people come to Twitch. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a big one too. Like
Like-
on my personal channel, I don't have anything anymore. It was just Destiny forever. And maybe Overwatch 2 when that comes out, you never know.
yeah.
Maybe that'll be my thing.
As
Because
long as
I
people still aren't mad at them. Like
I
Blizzard.
think it's calmed. I don't know anything about new news on it. I have no idea. But is there something new that happened with Blizzard that I'm just out of the loop on?
Microsoft bought somebody, Bethesda, but that's completely off topic. That's totally off topic. Like, that's nothing to do with that. But I know that they bought somebody.
All the kids' clothes are on like the bottom.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Sorry, Connor came in. I was trying to help him out. Direct. There you go. Yeah.
Is that possible rating? Yeah, no, totally. But speaking of like growing a following and hoping they come to Twitch, like I will say that our TikTok is it's blowing up in our opinion. Like we have 69 followers.
That's huge.
That's
69.
And like we're getting some damn good views. Like there's one of them that blew up. You know the story about the stepdad talking shit to his stepdaughter about her birth dad? That video blew the fuck up. And like there was conversations going and I couldn't keep myself out of them, arguing kind of with some people. But yeah, like and then like I've started to like in the comments kind of promote our Twitch because I'm like,
yes,
I don't know. And then eventually maybe on TikTok, you know how some streamers on TikTok, they go live on TikTok.
I've seen that. Yeah,
it's worked.
I know.
For me personally, like I followed some, like I didn't go live myself, but I was following someone for a long time and they're a streamer and I always missed their streams. Then all of a sudden I realized that they're live on TikTok and they're talking and then I'm like, holy shit, you're live on Twitch right now. So then I went to Twitch and found them.
That's how you knew.
And then I followed them. So like personally, it does work.
That did work for me too. For someone that I followed on TikTok and I was like, oh, whoa, she streams on Twitch?
Yeah.
And then I went and checked it out because she was streaming herself gaming.
Yeah.
But you didn't see anything but her
But
gaming
her talking.
and talking and then like acknowledging that chat and the chat of her Twitch. So, and then I
Yeah.
was just like, huh. So I went and checked it out. I
So
thought that
like
was really cool.
I don't
So
know
yeah,
what stage like we're allowed to do that, like maybe 100 followers, but I don't fully know when we're allowed to go on TikTok. But I'm gonna be experimenting with that, and I've been
that'd be
experimenting with
cool.
times of uploads and hashtags and
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, our
I
TikTok's
love
like
it.
doing really, really, really well.
I just want to shout out big thanks to Chelly because she edits all of our videos, everything for TikTok, everything for YouTube. She's got it set up. TikTok, you need to have a schedule option, by the way, because
Seriously.
I mean,
Like,
help
give
some
me a
girls out, will
scheduler
ya?
for fuck's sake. I don't
Our followers and viewers need dedicated, scheduled. Am I the asshole times? Get with
like
it.
literally I would upload every
Shit's getting
day at like
juicy.
at the same time, but I forget at lunchtime
So
because I'm
understand.
busy eating my lunch. But
I
seriously, why
totally
doesn't
understand.
TikTok have a scheduler? I'm so offended by this.
But yes, huge thank you to you. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have the TikTok views that we've been getting. So just huge thanks to Chelly and huge thanks to our viewers and everyone who's getting involved. So
Yes, thank you for everyone that pops up and chats and hangs out. We really do appreciate it all.
we're having way too much fun with this podcast. And I know it's one thing that we really look forward to every week. So
Yes,
we're going to keep it
except for
rolling.
last week because
Okay. So yeah,
shit
let's get on
happened.
to last week because it was shit.
Yeah, it was pretty shitty. So do you want to start or should I
I
start?
was gonna say, do you want to go first? Go ahead. You go
So
first.
my week started on Monday. I was at work wearing like some cute little heels, like little baby heels, but they were
Lovely.
thin. They were short but thin heels, which was
Okay.
the downfall of
Like
what
thin
happened.
as in like the heel part was thin.
Yeah, the heel part was
It
thin,
wasn't like part of the heel. It was like a little
it like the bottom tip that
stiletto.
touches the ground was a little thin guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was
Feel
walking,
that.
strutting my shit because I feel powerful in these heels, and now I don't because I'm terrified of them. I'm so scared of these heels now. And yeah, I was walking, and I just stepped wrong, and I went just down. And
Oh.
as Cleese loves it, I fell like a sack of shit. And I fell forward, and I smashed my hand like on the ground. My hand still, to this day, it hurts to like move or push a door or
No.
like pull down the door handle. It's fucked. Like I fucked my arm. It is fucked.
That's not cool.
It's
That's
not
not
cool.
cool.
So like for all of last week, I didn't play any games, which I was actually like really sad about
Yeah.
because I'm like. Ugh. In the games that I'm playing, like one of them, I'm like almost at like the final boss. I'm like, I can't concentrate if I'm on pain, like in pain. So I'm not fucking playing that. The other game's emotional, and I was emotional. Nah, I'm not doing
Can't do that either.
And then the other one involves a lot of like wrist movements. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just a painful person last week, and I'm still recovering, and I wish I never filed with like WorkSafe. Purely because they keep calling me and sending me shit to update me, and it's like the whole reason I filed is because I fell at work, and if it like got worse or if I sprained it or fractured it, I needed to take time off. It's for that. I'm fine.
Right.
It's just bruised and hurt. And
Okay,
they're
I
like,
figured it out. Everything's fine.
and they're working through the case to see if I get any money back. And I'm like, I won't because I didn't take time off. And that wasn't the point.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
cheating the system here. I was
Yeah.
just following the rules. And now I wish I didn't because they called me like yesterday asking a bunch of complicated things. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's stressful.
Like, can you just drop it now?
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Like, it's fine.
Everything will be okay,
Yeah,
guys.
so like I
I'm
mainly
fine.
wish that I didn't fall now because it's just the paperwork. It's just
Yeah.
so much.
That's the shitty part about like doing doctor. I assume that's what we call workman's compensation in a sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, anything government wise like that is so fucking stressful. I feel
Having
like.
workers from bosses, I understand.
Yeah, it's
I
fair.
fully get that, but they just won't leave me alone. And I get
Yeah.
why. and I'm happy that they're worried about me. But I I don't work for a shady company, and when I told my boss like what happened, she called me and she asked me if I'm okay, and she was like, "If you need time off," and I'm like, "I don't have time for that, but thanks for the offer."
Ain't
But
nobody got time for that.
I'm mentally, I can't do it because it's month end, and I would have so much guilt.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way.
There's no way.
You're like, I have too much to do. There's no time for that.
And like I could still type, like one-handed
Mm-hmm.
typing, like I just can't open doors.
Just like, help me. Just someone to open the door once in a while if I gotta go through
seriously,
somewhere.
that's all I needed.
Give me a minute. Let my
Yeah.
shit just like come back to life.
Yes.
I just needed a few days, and I'm glad that it's doing better because like not being able to use a hand is like
Yeah.
one of the worst things.
Like it's better for sure because the other day I was like cross stitching because I'm like
That's good.
I went a week without like cross stitching, which was painful enough as it is.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? I have 300 like magnets to make. I don't have time to not be cross stitching.
Yeah.
I gotta make 300 by February. I don't got time for this.
You got this. You got that. That's a lot.
That is a
How
lot.
many have you done so far, or is that your total you have started now?
No,
At your
I've
time?
now done. Just trying to look and see. I think I've done like 50.
That's not bad. Oh, you'll be done in no
Well,
time.
because they're just little guys, and then like, but the other day I got my hats in that I purchased from Sheen.
Yes,
People's
yes.
enemy Sheen, but they were like cheap hats, so I don't give a shit if people are like.
Why is it the people's enemy though?
Because it's like fast fashion, and they like make stuff shittily, like shirts and stuff, and they use like they like. I haven't heard this. This isn't about their hats, so don't be like, I'm not gonna buy her hats because she's about to say this. It's about their clothing,
Okay.
and they put like materials in their clothing, and it's just not good for the environment. Sheen.
Okay.
But
Okay.
their toques and hats were so cheap. Yeah, newer, shittily. They were shittily made.
It is
but-
shittily. The
But
heck?
yeah, like the toques themselves were $2 each. The berets were $4 each, and the bucket hats were like $4 each.
That's
Like
pretty cheap. Yeah. Like
It-
that's a win-win.
it is a win because like everywhere I looked for like toques and stuff, they're all like $10, and I'm like, I just need a bulk toque place for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And then one day I saw Sheen's oh, Patrick.
I was just gonna say Patrick's at the door.
Just push it. Just push it. Yeah, just give it
Oh, that little
push it.
paw.
Oh, because there's clothes there, so it won't fully open. Sorry, Patrick.
The little paw.
Oh my
dude.
god, I was so sad.
That was so cute.
Wooden frames at Michael's that I'll send photos of you could attach fabric to. At the Michael's in Burnaby, they sell my wall pieces. I found them at one of the Michael's.
Ooh.
It's because my the wall pieces I make, Michael's is slowly, I think, like integrating out of those. So
Okay.
a lot of the Michael's that I went to before, they were not selling them, and I was like, shit. What am I gonna do?
I need those.
I need those, even though
I need those
like,
for my show, guys.
even though I think the toques and the magnets are gonna outsell the like wall pieces, but I personally like the wall pieces.
Yeah, no, I think they're great. I love it.
I love them. They're
The
so
Majora's Mask
pretty.
one has always been one of my favorites. Honestly,
It's one of my favorites, and I'm just surprised it doesn't sell as well as I think it should.
Yeah, because it's just beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like with all the colors.
Colors.
I think at the last show I brought 3. I brought one that I did on a black background, one on a white, and one on a shiny, like with shiny thread with everything shiny.
Shiny.
And
I love shiny.
I think the shiny one sold, and the rest didn't. And I'm like, this
Kinda
Majora's
surprises me.
Mask is a beautiful pattern, people.
People just don't know Majora's Mask or something,
They
or they
do.
just like
There was people
what the
dressed as it, and I'm like,
what the heck?
it's right
I
there.
the shit.
I don't know. I don't know why the Majora's Mask doesn't sell as well as I think it should.
Yeah, I agree because I always assume the colorful, like bright ones, especially of a really classic game like that, would sell.
I
But
know.
like people love Mario too, or like whatever else. I don't know what you
Yeah.
sell the most of, but
I found at the show there was a lot of confusion on what the wall pieces were.
oh,
Like,
interesting.
I know. To me, it's
I'm
straightforward
sorry.
because I know what they are, but
Yeah.
you would see people looking at them and they'd be like, but what is it? And I'm like, it's a wall piece. So then I would turn it around and they would see like the frame and they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, how do I
Like it's like a
fix it?
painting, but it's like cross stitch. That's how I imagine it, right?
Yeah, like people
Like I
would
don't
just
get how people are confused on that.
like
That's
to be fair, I
interesting.
had them all in their own like individual sleeves because I didn't want people touching them
That's
with their
completely
gross
fair.
fingers. But people
That's
were
totally
really
legit.
confused about what they were. So then on the second day, I think I brought just a blank one and I turned it around so people could like
Ah.
compare them. But even
Like hang
still,
them both. Like you,
yeah,
so you obviously I remember you have a display, so
yeah,
like
I have
people
my
are
display
seeing,
wall, and
and
like
then
I
you
put
have
like
like your baskets of your inventory, right?
yeah, and just people, I don't know, they just didn't understand what they were, and I'm like,
People don't fucking pay attention,
are you
dude.
guys dumb?
People just
The
don't fucking pay
fuck?
attention, I swear.
I swear to like I was so confused when some people were like I don't understand like what this is. I'm like you hang it on your wall.
It's a wall piece.
It's a wall piece, and they're like,
Like
oh, but how? And I'm like, you put the tack on the wall and you just put it there, and
put
then
this on the tack.
and like they're just so shocked and like, oh, that's a great idea, and I'm like, thanks. That's why I've made like
I'm
50 of
literally
these.
so confused by
Yes,
that.
me too.
So funny.
But like the magnets and the toques are gonna be probably the best seller. Like the magnets for sure. People love
Yeah.
small cheap things.
Yes.
They
Little
love
quick
them.
little pickups for sure. And the ones that you're making are fantastic. Of
And
course. Like
there's at these shows there's a lot of like stickers and pins. You'll find a million stickers and pins, but one thing you won't find a millions of is fridge magnets. And what's something that everybody has? A fridge.
that's true.
If I buy a pin, the first thing I think is where the fuck am I putting this pin? Because I'm a grown ass adult that has nothing to put a pin in. Nothing. But a magnet,
Hat maybe? Like other than that, no, I don't pin anything either.
I really want to get one of those it's really a big thing like at cons or like a bag with the front of it there's like a plastic sheet, like it's clear.
Okay.
And then there you can put in a kind of like a board and you can put pins in it. And it's
Okay.
like a bag and you can walk around and display your pins.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those, but I want to find a special one, not just a backpack with a clear thing. I want to
Just
find like
anything.
I want to find a cute one that's
Cute with like lights.
like you can put lights in them
I don't know.
too.
I got excited.
Yeah, like there's so many. There's this one. Let me try and find it that I will buy it one day.
Oh, you already have one in mind.
Oh
I
my
love
god,
it.
I stare at this
she's
thing.
like, nope, I got it set. When she says she wants something special, she's already got it on lock.
I don't know
I
where to.
love you. That's so
I love it.
awesome.
It's so far sold out, but when I saw it, because I follow these people on TikTok, and they
Okay.
and like they sell like specialty bags like Disney themed, Marvel themed, like there's billions of themes, and they showed a Grogu one, and they showed a like one of those pin bags of him, and I'm like, that's it. That's the one
That's
I
it.
want. So
I want it. Oh,
so if you want to do your check-in, and I'm gonna try and find it.
sure. Of course. I have quite excuse me. I had to burp. Quite a lot to talk about, I guess, really. You find your thing. But so last week was wild for both of us. You ate shit on your heels like a sack of shit. still cracks me up because you can literally pretend you can like envision it in your mind because there's poop bags everywhere required up here. I'm assuming people have to clean up after their pets in the city as well with like poo
Holy shit!
bags.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But they like typically just like leave the poo bag on the ground and it's so annoying
That's
for
stupid.
us. Oh man, and it's in the forest and it's like that plastic anyways, I can't even so I just always crack up because when you're like when you said I felt like a sack of shit today. I just think of those people that like, just, or like even just when you have to pick up a sack of shit and it like falls on the ground and you just goes like, I literally cracked up on that one because it's just too funny. But that same day and weekend, I had a really long work week and like I'm a housekeeper. I clean houses, so it's a physical job, and I also work for some cottage, like a cottage area, or I shouldn't say like it used to be a bed and breakfast. So there's multiple cottages on the one property, and I do housekeeping there, and it's actually pretty entertaining. I like enjoy it, but beyond that, I also added some more work to my schedule and like worked my butt off. And I don't think I stretched enough or something, or maybe I didn't stay hydrated enough, but I pinched a nerve in my left butt cheek. So Chelly's like, yo, I ate shit. I'm over here like, that's fine. I pinched a nerve. I can't move either. So we both had to take last week off, which is fine. I also was helping my parents move a bunch of rounds of wood, which that's kind of like, yeah, I was butthurt. That's the best way for me to describe it. And that's not uncommon for me. You can ask anyone in my family. Um, my mom used to actually, this is funny. My mom used to, she hasn't said this in years, but she used to call me Bratica. I don't know if you know Brats, but my name is Jerica, so she used to call me Bratica.
That's funny.
Yeah, or Queen Shitheadica, like anything with an Ica. That's what my name would be. Man, I haven't heard those lines in a minute. I'm so glad I reminded myself of that. But anyways, helped her with that. Get some rounds of wood because it was actually at the cottages. Oh my gosh, that is
Sorry,
adorable.
I didn't mean
No,
for
it's
it to pop
okay.
up
It's
like
okay.
that.
I instantly was like, "Oh my god, that's so cute! That is so cute."
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna get eventually.
Dude, how awesome! I love it.
Yes.
I love it. So cute, everyone. Oh my
My
gosh.
my future bag one day.
Oh, I love it. You should cross stitch that. Oh yeah. What is
Oh.
his name? The baby? Is it the baby?
He's originally called the child because we
The
didn't
child.
like we don't know his name until I think midway through season 1 or maybe season 2, but his name
Okay.
is actually Grogu. Grogu.
Grogu and
That's his little name.
baby. Okay.
And
Or not child, baby.
he's literally the best character on the planet.
So cute. I mean, I know we always call him baby. Yeah, we always call him Baby Yoda in our house
Yeah.
because John actually has one of the hats.
Ugh.
And he's got like a little toque it's got little ears.
Yeah.
So it's so cute. That is adorable, Chelly. I love it so
want it so
much.
bad.
And I hope you get it as soon as you possibly can.
I will.
Or you could well, no. Because that's like special. It's like
Like the whole
the
oh,
4
that's
pins.
not
That's
it.
the whole point of it, right?
Yeah, it's 4
I was gonna say you could
pins.
make it, but that's not
Like for
the
the
same.
pins, so with the front there where it's black, there's a little zip there where you can pull out
Mm-hmm.
the fabric that is in there, and then you can put pins on there and then like display them
I
on
get
the
it. Yeah.
backpack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's adorable. I love it. And then you can basically be like mobile shop at a convention as well.
yeah.
Have someone post up like Jordan, for example, at your station.
Yeah.
Jordan,
Jordan.
it's your job. Or he could walk around with the thing, but I assume you'd probably want to walk around with the baby or the child.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so you don't make holes in your bag. Exactly. Like these are purposely made to show off pins.
That's so cool. I
Like
love
that's
it.
just a thing of what these bags are. Like you can get ones that are shaped like normal bags, but not boring.
Yeah, that's lame.
And I'm
Plain.
Chelly, and I need extra shit.
Need some flair, yo.
Hello, it's me. Anyways, back to your story. Your mom calls you Radica.
Oh yeah, Radica. Anyways, that was a side story, of course. Because what are we talking about, right? Anyway, so I had a long week along with Chelly of like injury and recovery, and I just don't want to a pinched nerve on anyone anywhere. Period. But it was rough, and I recovered. And then of course yesterday I fell down in my kitchen, literally like a freaking cartoon, like yeet. I slipped on a kid's toy in the kitchen that I didn't. We have like white linoleum floor or whatever, and this stupid toy was white, and I didn't see it there, and I just was bringing them. Anyways, it doesn't
You
matter. But I ate
fell
shit.
like a sack of
I
shit.
ate shit. I felt like a sack of shit, yo, and that hurt my morale, but it was fine. And then we're gonna get into some juicy shit here
Juicy.
because my neighbor, Snoop Dogg, very kind, a little too intrusive on the ideas or boundaries of privacy between neighbors, right? Yeah, that's right. Jordan.
We're laughing at you.
She approached me yesterday and started to express, like, I do a lot throughout my day. Like, there's this, if you came to my house, you'd understand why I'm doing a lot. Like, between laundry or dishes or just basic housekeep, I'm taking care of two toddlers. I've got a pretty large yard to kind of maintain on top of that. And being the stay at home parent most of the time, I do put on most of that responsibility because my husband works full time, which I'm extremely appreciative of it. But my neighbor had the nerve to come over to me yesterday, and my notes for this is Snoop Dogg the Neighbor 1950s edition. No offense to anyone who is in that generation. I want to make that very clear, but how she approached this was really fucked up. She implied to me that I needed to do more yard work and that I should be thankful that my husband plays and spends the time that he does with my children when I'm at work on the weekends
The fuck?
because her dad wasn't there or present in her life. I'm not joking. She literally threw that at me yesterday with
That's
a lot of
fucked up.
shade. And I looked at her and I said, well, it's not 1950s anymore. It's 2022. And I expect that if I am not home, my significant other can pull the load of what I'm usually doing when I'm at home because
Yeah.
I'm out working my ass off. And Kona and I actually talked to him about this. It's actually really funny because he relayed the same thing to his female coworker. And he's like, he told her that the whole, like what I told you guys. And she literally goes, so you mean you did the bare minimum of being a father? Like essentially, and we all laughed because it's what she expected. Like not saying like bare minimum, but like, so
Yeah.
like she's expecting that's what you should like. It's 2022. We're expecting fathers to be there, right?
It's like
and it's
when
not going to
like
be there, but
dads
like,
when dads say, "Oh, I'm babysitting my child." It's like you're not
thank you.
babysitting your child. You're being their father.
Oof. That's exactly how she treated us. And I laughed, me and Kona laughed about it because he makes a huge effort in a lot of ways when I'm not around. Like most men wouldn't go like in her eyes, shouldn't or wouldn't do the dishes, do the laundry, vacuum, do yard work, play with the kids, take them to the library or the park. Like Kona's very active and I give him a lot of credit. As much as sometimes we both want to wring each other's necks, we've been together. We're talking about this tonight after he got home from work. And he was like, I was like, how old were we when we got together? And he was like, I was 21. And I was like, God, I was 22. I was like, I'm 33. Like, that's
Wow.
a huge time together. So, like, we've gone through a lot and we've been through it. So, like, to get that shade from my neighbor was really fucked up. So it gets better. Her brother lives with her. He's the manager of the small market down the road. That's legit, right? They're doing this new thing where they're making pre-made sandwiches and have leftovers. And she often gives me a lot of their leftover food because she doesn't want it in her house, like whatever. And that's totally cool. Like I'm down. Their sandwiches are great. Leftover food is awesome. Free food's even better,
Hello,
especially when
yeah.
it's good, right?
Even
And I
when it's
go, oh,
bad.
yeah, even when it's bad, as long as it doesn't make you puke. I don't mind having diarrhea from food. Like, honestly, I don't want to be upchucking my food. That's all I gotta say on that one, right? Can we all agree on that one? Like,
Yeah.
come on. So she goes, anyway, so she's like, oh, I have this sandwich and anyway, oh wait, we were talking about the sandwich thing and I go, oh, that's great because the last sandwich you gave me, because just because of the whole 1950s shade that she put on the whole, and like we'd been on a, can I just point out we had been on a pretty good flow.
Yeah.
I've had some awkward moments with this
Yeah,
neighbor,
but
and I
things been good
realized
though.
they've been good, and I've accepted it, and we do our little hen. Tell Kona that we do our little hen chatting as like little, because she's retired and she's bored, and I get it. Okay, I get it, but don't fucking come down on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Anyways, so she's like mentioning she was gonna have another sandwich, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I really appreciate you giving that to us. I make Kona lunch every day. It
Okay.
was a relief to not have to give him a sandwich yesterday because she gave us a sandwich the day before.
Okay.
So she comes back later because I'm just like fucking trying to bring my sunshine on there. Like, fuck you and your shade. It's not 1950. I'm still triggered. I'm like yesterday. I'm like, Kona, I cannot wait to talk about this tomorrow. I like because he's like, can you just like calm down? Like, I get it. She's bored. He keeps going. She's bored, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Don't look down here. But anyways,
She's bored, Khalees. She's
I'm
bored.
texting with you and Jordan yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the backyard hanging my laundry, being a nice little housewife because I'm triggered by this, but I'm also like getting pumped about the right? And we're going through our shit. Some time goes by. I'm not near my phone at this point. Okay. She's been watching. She comes down. Oh, I just didn't want to interrupt you. I've been on your phone for so long. I just didn't want to interrupt you. And I was just like, mm-hmm.
I hate it when
Mm-hmm.
people do that. What I always say is, yeah, I was talking to my sister in China because there's no other way to talk to her. So you
I
should have
literally couldn't say shit because I was gonna get so mad,
been
Kelly.
like, I was
Like
talking to my friends in Canada from
I
my
was gonna
garden.
I literally wanted to say, you have my number and you saw me on the phone. You could text me anytime. You could text me anytime you want. I'm here.
People are
I'm a
so
text
judgy
away.
about phones. It's so annoying. With the technology we
Anyways,
have nowadays.
or you could call me and you'll see I ignore you. I don't give a fuck. I'm busy.
That would have been the best,
You know
honestly.
what I'm saying? And I would have bitch dialed it because I was fucking on a thumb rampage going on,
Yeah. We were fucking
having a
chatting.
conversation. I'm honestly, and I said this to Kona, I'm like, I am not on the phone, on speakerphone right now, because I don't want you listening to my fucking conversation. Duh, I'm texting.
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
so she brings me a sandwich. She goes, oh, look, I brought Kona's lunch for the week or the rest of the week or whatever, because these sandwiches are like $14 and they're literally like
Oh, they're the big
huge.
boys.
They're giant. But I was like, oh, great. Now I don't have to make lunch for him.
What's happening? I feel like there's like a subtle war going on.
What the fuck? So my friend, she's a grandma, but we're tight, and I'm like tight with her kids too, but way closer with her. And I think I've talked about her once or twice
Yeah.
before, but she hit me up like, hey, you wanted some visitors like me? I've got my granddaughter, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, we're thrashing in the backyard. Come hang out. Like kids were fucking mud pieing it. I'm hanging laundry. I'm always hanging laundry because when I have a dryer, that's totally fine. It's summer. I love it. It's actually kind of like really awesome. But like, anyways, she comes over and surprise brought an extra friend that I used to work with as well. And so it was like an added bonus. I had these two people I hadn't seen, and I briefly mentioned them the story because it's a small town.
Yeah.
They know who she is, okay? And my phone friend goes, isn't she just always like going for all the guys? I'm like, what? What do you mean? Can you
Tell us
please
the
fill me in?
tea.
What is
Yeah.
you know? And she just kind of like hinted that like she's always kind of hitting on dudes, and I don't really know what that means. She is a widow, and she has that right. If she's
Yeah.
in that flow, like whatever, teach their own. But I was like, I didn't
It's
know
still
this
kind of funny.
information. Like she just bakes stuff for me and like stares in my windows. It's like honestly really intrusive and freaks me out. She literally assumes we go to bed at 7 because we close our curtains to get the kids kind of wound down too, especially in the
Yeah.
summer because it's like right till 9 or whatever. But like
Yeah.
she just assumes we go to bed. She goes, "Oh, you go to bed really early, huh?" And I'm just like,
Yeah.
not till like late, but you don't need to know shit. Anyways, it's fine. So
Lord.
so that's my like neighbor debacle because like that happened. And then today, oh my God,
New tea.
I'm in my bedroom, which is where I'm at right now, and I have a couple bags of winter clothes that I was packing up for the summer. And I was collecting it and she goes, "Oh good, I'm glad I caught you."
Okay.
She's outside peering in through my bedroom window from her backyard. And I'm like, I'm maybe too casual about it. I like change my clothes with the like, cause I live like to the back of a state park. There's nobody really. Like, I don't have a lot of like, and if you see me in my like, happy birthday suit, like, ta-da, which her brother definitely did last summer for the record. I didn't know, but like that happened too. I like
Ugh.
looked up and I was like, and like,
Oh
closed
my
the curtain and
god.
ran because I didn't realize. I was like,
Oh
okay, I
my
got to be more
god.
cautious with this shit. But like, fuck. But and anyway, she wanted to bring me some. It was a reason to talk to me about something, which was actually kind of important because she gave me flowers, seeds. So I was like, okay, lady, you're giving me a gold star right now. Okay, you're trying to make up for yesterday. I see you. I could tell. And then she wanted to talk to me about someone who had actually stolen a tip jar from the store down the street. And they had like video
Damn.
evidence of the guy. And they're like, "Do you know this guy?" And everyone thinks it's this one guy. And I'm like, that's not that fucking guy. Look at the nose. They're different noses. Like, I can just tell. My mom even, she's like, "It's that guy. Don't you think it's that guy?" And I'm like, it's not that guy. I'm telling ya.
Just the
She
whole
goes, "But
town's
look at the
talking about
walk."
it.
Oh, the whole fucking town is talking about this guy who took Tahoma's friggin' tip jar. Oh my Lord. It's just wild. But it's a small town. Kind of
Yeah,
happens.
they're
This is what it
bored.
is.
They're bored,
So,
please.
like, ooh, something happened. I mean, I made a page called Keep Tahoe Aware. Come on.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
people are in it. Anyways, it just cracks me up. But it is totally a peeping Tom. And you know what's creepier is that one of the neighbors, about 4 houses down at the end of the street, their bear, the bear broke into their house, right, and made a huge mess, whatever. And she was talking to me about it, and she's convinced, which this is possible. I'm not gonna discredit this, but like she's convinced that like the bears see the refrigerator and like they want to break in and go get into it. I think it's more of a scent thing with bears where they're smelling food
Yeah,
personally.
garbage and
And
stuff.
some bears might just be that in tune. I think bears are also like up here, it's just like, oh, I'm scratching this log to get grubs to eat. And it's also the same as this door breaks down, there's food inside. So like
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's this anyways. And that house has a lot of windows. So she blatantly said to me, "Oh, if the curtains are open, I'm looking in." That's fair. Okay, I respect the honesty, but really, I respect because honestly, like me too. But it's like a,
Subtle look.
like a quick. But you're not like she's like clearly watching. I don't know. I don't ever catch her watching,
Hmm.
and that kind of creeps me out.
Yeah, because you never know when she's watching.
I never know. But
I
you know
I
what? I
bet
just
she's
live my
like
life.
peeking over like this, like uh.
Yeah. Fucking weird, dude. It just trips me out. But I'm hoping things get a little better. She needs to catch herself because she treats me like that, like she did yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be so like it's not cool. This is
No.
fucking not cool. Straight up. And then my only other check-in, I'm done with my neighbor because she's fucking stresses me out. I'm getting all raged out on it. I literally was like this yesterday too. And Kono's just like, she's retired. And then he was like, just do this. They said she says hi to you, you go, and walk away. And I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's
I was
crossing the
raised to be
line.
too polite. I can't do that. I
Yeah.
don't have it in me. I just, ugh. But I will be like, bark at you if you bark at me.
Yeah.
So my last little check-in is I made a TikTok about a cooking TikTok, not a cooking TikTok. What the fuck am I talking about? I made a TikTok about making a meal, okay? I made some enchiladas with what I had in my fucking fridge, okay?
And
And
it
I
was
got
good.
actually, they were delicious. I agree with Jordan. There wasn't enough cheese, but if I had the option, which I didn't, I would have gotten, which I have access to, a bunch of Mexican cheese because it's just like so much better on a dish like that. I had like mozzarella cheddar mix, which isn't terrible.
Which is what
But,
we
like,
use, not gonna lie.
And like I normally use that too, but if I was gonna do it authentic, like the people that were bitching on TikTok about, I would have done it legit. Yeah, I agree. They are fucking idiots. But it was my first big hate video, so I didn't take it very well
Aw.
at all. I was just like, and like deleted it. I'm like, I don't want to see all that hate.
I was so
Because like I'm over here
confused.
and I was just like, fuck you people. But there was a lot of people who were just like, one person was like upset that because I was white and they were like, you don't know how to make enchiladas. And I'm just like, actually, I live in a pretty Hispanic town and I do. And I just had what was at my house at that time because I was like, what the fuck am I cooking for dinner? We're making enchiladas. I have enchiladas. It was, but I'm like, also like, I don't want to have to try to feel like I need to explain myself because I'm kind of sensitive in that way a little bit. Like I try not to be a little bitch, but I'm also kind of a little bitch. You know what I mean? But I'm also a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a bitch, but I'm a little bitch.
I gotcha.
Like you gonna make me cry. But like I'm also like mad at you.
The angry cry, yeah, I totally got that.
So, anyways, I got some hate and I deleted the video. And then Chelly's like, Jordan said you had an enchilada video. Where'd it go? And I'm like, there was hate and I deleted it. And then I put it back up and then I was like, fuck that video and deleted it again. So
so
then
it is gone again. Because I was so confused again going, she said she was uploading it. Where the fuck's this enchilada video? Like I went looking for it again. Because I keep putting it back up.
I might have sent it to you.
You sent me something.
Sent it to you a text version of it, but
maybe.
I think I did.
I was waiting for TikTok to
either way. No, I
didn't
let TikTok have the glory. No, I was like, fuck you, TikTok. So then I decided to go full on because I was feeling saucy apparently, and just decided to do my first TikTok dance instead.
Yeah, I saw that.
In which I was dying laughing at myself because I'm like, I suck at this dance thing. I'm so bad at this, but I'm gonna send it. And I laughed at myself, and the only reason I posted it is because I showed it to Kona. I'm like, what do you think? And he literally was like, get it, mama? Because he calls me mama now that we've had kids. And I started laughing. I'm like, do you think I should post it? And he goes, fuck yeah, go for it. Like, I think it's great. And I was like, okay. And so I honestly probably wouldn't have if I hadn't got like a positive like review before.
Which is Kona's job.
Absolutely. No, he's good about that shit. Don't get me wrong. But like, I'm also just like insecure as fuck and don't do shit like that. So it was like a big thing for me to do, I will say. But like, I had fun. And I actually had 2 negative comments. One was like, no. And the other one was like, what the fuck? And so I deleted both of those because I was like, I don't need your hate.
Delete them comments.
And I kept them. I kept the fucking video up because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't look fantastic and the angle's a little weird. But like, F was feeling the dance and I don't care. Oh, let me just like review that. So that outfit, pretend I didn't have my king shirt on and I was sitting and just kind of resting in the sun. My neighbor made a comment a while back that she like is disgusted by the whole Lizzo movement and like big girls being able to do whatever they want.
Get out of town.
And I think she might have seen, and I think the reason she had shade over me sitting, like me not doing enough around the house or whatever, is because she saw me sitting down for like maybe 10 minutes in the sunshine with my bra and those black shorts on.
Well, maybe she shouldn't be looking if she doesn't want to see.
Do you see the connection there, though?
Yeah, I do.
Because I do. And I was just like, oh, okay, now I get it. All right. I'm going to be in my bra a lot more this summer. All right.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's my check-in. The only other thing I want to say, because this whole existence with me and Shelly started with Tiger King
Yes.
Bogdan officially got arrested on June 3rd,
About goddamn time.
2022.
Creep.
So, by the FBI. Let me open the
I love
article
it.
because I be a little bit more on top of that. But in Myrtle Beach, um, no charges have been publicly listed yet, but he is was incarcerated as of 5 days ago. I'm sure he probably hit bail, but who knows?
Probably did.
Um, we're just assuming it's from, oh wait,
Everything.
it looks, yeah, just like everything. And like obviously PETA is like getting in there and lots of shit going on, but it's about time that he finally got arrested. We needed that in our
Yeah,
life because that guy was
exactly.
a
That's
fucking
what we
creep.
needed.
And I still like don't think he should ever own an exotic animal, even as small as a fucking ferret. But I really think that, like, I kind of on this, like, I'm not going to sign any petitions, but I kind of think Joe Exotic should get like less time than what he's in there for. But I'm just being uh, a fan
I'm
of
on the
his in a
fence.
way.
On the fence about that. Like
He did do death threats.
he did do a lot of death threats. And
It's kind of
yeah.
gnarly.
He
But
kind
like,
of
don't you think people can learn? That's the one thing with like,
Yes.
I feel like people should have redemption from like growth
Yeah.
and learning.
Like how
too.
long does he have to serve?
I don't know. I actually
Oh.
didn't look into that. I could
Fair enough.
look actually.
Because, like, if it's, like, I think max, like, 5 to 10 years for that. Like, how intense he was about it and the whole, just everything that went on. He needed to learn a good lesson. About you can't go on, like, on the web and shout about murdering somebody.
Oh, it's not too bad. It looks like the court reduced his sentence by 1 year, which isn't much, but it was sentencing him to 21 years in late January 2022, which was just recently. So he'll be out in 2043.
That's a long-ass time.
That's not too bad, though, and he probably won't live through it, considering he's already 69.
Oh, is he?
He was born in 1963.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
He's
I didn't know
59.
that.
Yeah. So he might not, and I think he's sick.
I hope we see the day that he gets out. Honestly,
I hope to an extent because I feel like
at
at
he's
that
learned
point
his lesson.
he couldn't do much.
I don't think he's going to do anything anyways. I think he's
too
really
fucking
learned
broken.
his lesson.
I agree. So that's my final check-in. I wanted to throw in some of that Tiger King drama because that is definitely where
we started.
Our feed of Wawta podcast started. We had our own channels and we just played Mario Kart and talked
with
about
Tiger
Tiger
King.
King. And
We were obsessed with it.
And that's where this all kind of started. And then like, Am I the Asshole kind of kicked in. So that's just like kind of where we're at this point. So yeah, I think maybe before we dive into Am I the Assholes, I would love to take a pee break if y'all are down.
True.
Would
and
you
then
be cool with that?
I got a little silly.
Oh my God,
Am
I want your
the
story.
asshole thing.
Okay.
I'm going to phrase it as an am I the asshole, but it's also an update.
Is this
About my
what
friend?
about the tenant thing? Oh, is this? Yeah. Okay. Two questions. Is this about the tenant thing? Or are you going to talk about the tenant thing?
I'll save the tenant thing for another
Okay,
day,
okay,
but I
I
got
like
an
it.
update on the friend thing.
Great.
But
Okay.
I'm going to phrase it as am I the asshole?
Yeah. Am I the asshole? Okay. Sorry. I just had to like
Yeah.
spoilers, guys. You just.
So,
Okay. I got to pee.
beer, you got going to be. So I'm going to start with an update by telling it in the form of am I the asshole? Because I think it will be really fun. Am I the asshole for reaching out to somebody that I thought was my best friend because I felt our friendship for the last couple years was very one-sided and I would always be the friend that reached out first. So I did a little experiment where how long can I wait to reach out to her and see if she reaches out to me first. I nearly cracked, but I lasted for 9 months of not reaching out to her, sending her any links for anything funny that I saw several things going, oh, she would love this, but I didn't send it. And then after 9 months, I finally cracked. I wrote a very respectful, polite, to the point Facebook a chat to her. She read it. I saw the little ... So she was like, think about answering me, I think. And nothing happens. So I'm sitting there stewing for longer than I really should have stewed for it. And then one day I look in my Discord, which she was part of my Discord. And I'm like, she's not there. And then I go to my Twitter and I'm like, she unfollowed me on Twitter. And then I go to my Instagram and I'm like, she unfollowed me. And then I go back to the chat where I wrote the thing and it says I can no longer talk to her. So I'm like, that's weird. So I go to Facebook and I type in her name. Can't find her. She blocked me.
Now
on
I
Facebook.
remember you telling me that. Yes. Okay.
She
okay.
didn't give me even the slightest closure. She could have written, "You're such a bitch. I don't want to talk to you." But no, she ignored me and blocked me. She didn't block me on everything. She blocked me on Facebook, but she unfollowed me on everything else.
That's so chicken shit.
So now I'm like anger stalking her on social media.
Are you doing that through Wawta?
No, I'm doing it
Or
through
do you
my
do
own.
it through Chelly? Oh, you're
I'm
the
just-
one
well,
because you
I
can't.
don't-
Says it post on there.
I don't like things. I just look at her something
Yeah.
like,
No, I would too.
oh, so you have time
Yeah.
to post this shit?
I actually
can't
did. I have done that. I totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So.
So am I the asshole for reaching out to a person that was my dear friend about my feelings on our friendship that is valid, and then she blocks me without responding?
No response whatsoever. Not an inkling of why she might be upset with you.
No.
Absolutely do not think you're the asshole.
I talked to another friend that was part of our high school friend group, and I told her about this, or talked to them about this. Sorry, pronouns. I talked to them about this, and they're shocked. They're like, "What the hell?"
They're equally shocked, huh?
They're shocked, but at the same time, this other friend that's blocked me, they've always been in their own little bubble, in their own little world, but I don't accept that as a goddamn excuse. If you value me as a friend, get out of your goddamn bubble.
I agree. I completely agree with
And
that.
yeah, and they're just shocked, and they literally feel so bad for, like, the day I found this out, Jordan can back me up. I was proper kicking off. I was blowing the fuck up in my own brain. I was so mad. And like, I know this might be stupid and petty, but I reached out to her mom just to be like, "Is she okay?" I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but I talked to her about a couple things. She never got back to me, and then she blocked me. I just want to know if she's okay. I don't need to know any details. And her mom got back to me like pretty fast because it's her mom. And she's like, "Yeah, she's been perfectly fine. I'm sorry that like you two are having a fight, but hopefully you guys can work it out." And I'm like, I highly doubt that's going to happen because she blocked me.
Yeah, it's not going to work out. Because she's like clearly upset for some reason, which we don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just block someone without giving them a reason or having a blow up?
My friend was more upset about... They didn't give me the chance to grow from whatever issue they have with me. Like, yes, I'm not claiming to be a perfect friend here. Never.
Right.
I can maybe name a couple things that she might be cheesed off with me about. Like, one of the major things was we were going to move in together when we were like younger, And I did the horrible friend thing. I ditched her because I met Jordan and I moved in with Jordan instead of her, them.
Oh.
Which I apologize.
She's jelly.
So I apologize so many times about that. We've had serious talks about it, and I've apologized more than once about that. So if that's the issue, get over it by this point.
At this point, like,
We're
you
29.
clearly found someone that you value. Like, I mean, you value your friendship with her too, but you like are also allowed to find a partner.
Yeah.
So,
And probably there's some other things, but if you don't tell me, I'm not going to know.
like, you're just sitting here guessing that that's probably why she's mad. So, like, she's mad because you got in a relationship and made those choices, you know? Like, so
I can't think of anything else extreme that they would be mad at me enough to not answer me and then block me.
She's maybe just jealous because your time was spent with Jordan over her.
I literally
That's possible, I guess. I don't know. That's wild to me, though. But that
also is an example. We lived in the same like building as her because she moved into our building when we lived in Saskatoon. And you know how many times she reached out to me to like meet up even though we're in the same goddamn building? Like 3 times. And we're in the same building.
Weird. And did you reach out to her very often? Or like, I'm just curious. Yeah. Obviously.
Like I would invite them over for dinner and stuff and make them pasta.
And would they come?
Yeah. Every time.
That's good. Just checking.
But I think we went for dinner at her place like once. Twice, maybe.
Weird. Yeah, that's awkward.
But I don't know. Just when I went through the rabbit hole of like sleuthing of where did they unfollow me, and then because I was looking through everything that they could have unfollowed me for.
What the heck? Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? And like, if I ever see them again, like at a like, for instance, like who knows, they might come to like the show next, like next year just to attend it. If I see them, I literally don't know how I would react. I don't know. I might just burst into goddamn tears.
You won't know until that day comes. You're not going to know how you feel until that day comes.
Like,
you'd either be mad or be like, hey, or you feel like this like sudden power over you where you can just like communicate suddenly, you know? Beat the fuck up.
I don't
know. Yeah. I'll hold her down. Jordan.
But like, it's so uncalled for.
Yeah, that's a bit dramatic in my opinion.
Like, you fucking blocked me. There's no coming back from this. Unless like they come back and they're like, oh, I had like a mental breakdown. Then
at least explain it. Like, the only relation I have with this is when I had an issue with my longtime family, literal like 25-year friendship. Well, I'm not gonna go into detail, but I didn't block her, but I personally unfriended her on our social medias because I was like, but like we understood.
Yeah.
Why we both had an active fight.
I got like, nothing.
You know? Yeah, like we had fought, and then I was like, nope.
Like I wish we fought.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there was nothing to create
in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was really polite in my thing. I had like Jordan read it to make sure that I wasn't being an asshole because I know that
how's my tone.
I know that I can have a tone, and I didn't.
I understand so much.
Like I did end it on like it takes 5 seconds to type a text, which like could be catty, but you know what? I gotta make it clear that I'm not like
you're not happy about this. Yeah, absolutely. Like, we don't just have a friendship for years and then you just drop me like I met them when like
I was 16 or 15 or something like that. In grade 8, I think. Whatever age you are in grade 8. I don't know.
14? I don't know. I assume like around 14.
I think so. That sounds about right. And then 13, they just drop me like I'm nothing.
They're just like, this friendship's got to go.
Like
there's the trash can. It's like, wow,
Chili,
okay,
garbage can, ring shot, honestly. Like the fuck. I'm just like I'm not as like angry at now. I'm still just kind of like what the fuck bewildered, I guess.
Just sitting in a state of why?
Like
Or like what happened?
when I put the dots on it together, I was blowing up. I had all the emotions. I was crying. I was angry. I was not crying because I'm angry, and then I'm sad now, but I'm still like super.
Like, I lost my friend. You're going through this whole wave, like a breakup out of nowhere, from
Out of
like with no
nowhere.
communication. With no communication, that's fucked up.
Like, what a bag. I'm sorry, but like, you're garbage if
Yeah,
this
you're
is how you
garbage.
treat your fucking friends.
I completely agree. Well, clearly, like, and this sucks to say, but like, you weren't valuable to her if that's the case.
I
Which
guess
really
not.
sucks. And that sucks. Like,
Which
if she's just gonna
clue-
drop you that way, you know?
Which clue one? She didn't talk to me for 9 months, so that's clue
Yeah,
one.
that's fair, I guess.
But
And like, if you reached out, I just think that's really uncool. And like, obviously, we can all agree on that. Like, that's just bullshit. Like, just be a human and communicate.
or just even if she responded, going, you know what? I actually don't want to be friends.
But
And-
people can't even say that though.
They couldn't even say that. Like,
Yeah.
if you just reach out to me and say, you know what, I'm moving on
Yeah.
like with my life, and I don't really want to be your friend. Be like I would want to know why, but also that's a bit of a closure at least.
I don't think in that situation certain people have the courage to even go that far. They'd rather just be like, "Oh, I can just disconnect from you." Okay, click, and you're not even going to like have a chance to get a reason why,
Yeah.
because I am so in my like as the person, because not me,
Yeah.
but like in my own personal like bubble of, and personally I feel like that's fear. That's
Yeah.
a huge fear of like confrontation. And you know what? To each their own, but like if you can't fucking man up and just tell someone like how you're feeling, if they've reached out to you to talk to you about it, you're just a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're a fucking asshole. Like, reach out and tell, like, unless, like, if you know you've had like that blow up, you've gone through it,
Yeah.
you're moving forward, like, and you know you're probably not going to talk for, at least you have that answer.
Yeah.
And you are able to like grieve in that way beyond that. But when you're just like not know, it's like a death. It's like, what do you mean? They're never going to tell me what's going on? Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I agree.
You're actually breathing.
She's the bitch. Like, she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, she's the bitch.
like, for instance,
Exactly.
if the friend like a while ago that I ghosted, if she came back to me and was like, "Hey, what happened then?" I would be like, "You know what? Sit down. This is what
I'll tell
happened.
you what's up.
And I'll tell you why back then I ghosted you." But
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's that's my.
Goofy.
Thank you. I told my dad, like, you should like, if you're friends with her on Facebook, I want you to unfriend her. Like, I literally told him
Yeah.
that. I'm like,
Get out of there.
nah, you're not fucking supporting her.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We're
that's
not friends with her anymore, Dad.
that's my update / am I the asshole? Personal.
Well, that's a great introduction into the Am I the Asshole night. Holy crap.
yeah.
No, you're not the asshole.
Thank
in my
you.
opinion.
I agree.
In my opinion.
Unless she comes back with something, I'm not the asshole.
And it's not like you're looking for a fight. You're
No.
just looking for at least anything. Like, I got too busy.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to communicate with you, and I just felt like we grew apart. You could literally just like say something as simple as that. You could be honest and be like, I didn't like that you ditched me when you moved in with Jordan, or whatever. Or
Yeah.
for her excuses, she could come up with anything.
Anything.
She
She could tell me anything, and I'd be like, okay.
Like, it would just be I mean, you could even, like, I just didn't, I got really busy with whatever job I had. You moved out, or you moved out of the area. I don't care, whatever it is, because you clearly, you guys aren't, like, in the same town anymore, I assume, right?
No, clearly not.
So, like, that would imply, like, oh, for her, out of sight, out of mind, where you're like, I still value our friendship. Like, let's communicate. And she's like, you left with your guy. Like, you don't want to be friends with me. That's how I'm envisioning it. And I think that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, like, I
So.
don't know.
But
Got
that's just
nothing.
like, we don't know how she's actually feeling
No.
because she's not telling us. So that's kind of fucked up.
If she ever does, like, we'll do like
we're gonna
an
know.
update. Trust me.
Because we want to know that update. I mean, yeah. I want to know that update. I forgot that I didn't honestly, I knew the Facebook unfriend, but I didn't realize everything else was unfollowed and the whole night.
I'm still following on everything just out of spite.
Yeah, like fine. Fuck you, bitch.
I'm like a spiteful follower.
Yeah. I can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Bitch. Just kidding.
And like your mom's posted, like she's always like posted like meaningful stuff on Facebook, like stuff like that. And I swear she's posted a couple things that is directed at me, but I don't know. Like maybe I'm being crazy. Like she's posted like some stuff going, you never know like people's like actions and how they're feeling and blah blah blah. And I'm like, is this?
You're like,
is this
especially if they don't communicate it. Like what the fuck?
You know how many? I'm smarter than this, but if I wasn't, I would comment and be like, yeah, maybe you should share this with your own daughter.
Yeah. Is homegirl looking at your page?
But I'm not commenting, but she's posted some things where I'm like, is this towards me about your kid?
Like, because
it feels personal.
It feels personal, but it could just be because it's such a sensitive situation. But I get exactly where you're coming from because it could be. It could be. We don't know.
Like also she's posting like they're on brand for her, but like also like a little bit off brand.
Some of them you're like, I feel some arrows pointing my way.
But like not calling me out, but like maybe ask like hoping that I'm not too mad or something. Like it's nothing shady.
Right.
It's just trying to make peace. And I'm like, I don't need you to make the peace. I need your daughter to make the peace.
I want your daughter to reach out because we were the ones that were friends. Thank you very much.
Like her mom's super sweet. Like if we were still friends, her mom I would invite her to the wedding. But clearly that's not sweet. Happening.
Yeah.
Because that's weird now.
Yeah. Seriously.
She would be coming, or like at least I'm invited to the wedding, but no, that's not happening.
Did you guys all get along out of curiosity? Like when you did have like visits and stuff, or like invited them over, did everyone get along?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we were literally best friends. Every day after school, she would come to my house and we would watch shows and eat snacks. I got her first job.
Yeah.
Because we worked together. And I got her to do shows, like do like the cons. Because I'm like, hey, I'm doing this cross stitch stuff. You're doing art. We should do a table. And then like we did everything together.
Yeah.
We went to cons together.
Yeah. And she just dropped it like it's like you moved away and it was like out of sight, out of mind, essentially.
She was on stream once playing on Minecraft, like even on Xbox. Mm-hmm. You could have just reached out to ask to play some games. But no, nothing.
Weird. People just, I guess, just don't know how to like communicate very well, and that's like really difficult sometimes to like comprehend.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you're not getting any words, because comprehension requires language.
Wrote, Chelly, you're a bitch, and I don't want to be your friend. You know what? That's better than nothing. That's better than what I currently have.
But like, it sounds to me like she wouldn't even go that far.
Nah, well,
like because she can't even see like I just feel like we grew apart.
Yeah.
Or I didn't feel like our relationship could be as strong as like, even though this is almost too much, it sounds like, but like maybe because you moved away, like that's her excuse to not keep in touch or something. Like I just don't, I don't know. It just seems silly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I agree. I whack homegirl. I can't wait. She better update with us. That little homegirl.
We're probably never going to get an update.
One day, I mean, you know her better than all of us for the most part. One day, maybe she will.
Send I don't know.
A message or
I never thought
something.
It would escalate to blocking.
Oh, that shocks me.
And unfollowing on everything.
That's whack.
That is whack.
I disagree with her.
Yeah, me too.
All of it.
All of it. I disagree with
I'm a
all
big
that.
disagree. I disagree. I hope there's some closure to that, though.
I'm
Eventually.
not
I mean, it
gonna
is
hold my
some
breath for
type of
that.
closure with how you're dealing with it because you're learning your closure and like all that jazz. But
Yeah.
I hope it comes easy. Like, I hope it's smooth because it just sucks to fucking think about that, not knowing what the fuck went down.
Like, what did I
It
do
just
wrong?
sucks.
What did I do wrong?
The ultimate and passive aggressive. Exactly.
Seriously.
Straight up.
Oh, Jesus.
So we're gonna dive into some more Am I the Asshole? Thank you,
Yes.
Chelly, for your personal one, and I
Thank
hope
you.
we can find because that's the thing with a lot of these Am I the Assholes is we don't really usually see a lot of resolution to them.
Yeah.
So I hope one day there is some form of, but
Maybe one
we
day
can definitely
I'll
say,
like update you all.
yeah, maybe something will change, but at this point we're pretty much guaranteed this homegirl's just fucking.
Peaced out.
She's the bitch. She's the asshole. No offense.
Yeah,
I'll
she's
say
the
the
asshole.
asshole because I don't know. Bitch is just personal. I feel like sometimes.
Okay, well then
being
she's a bitch because I
She's
can
a
say that.
bitch. Yeah, you can. I don't feel like I know her, but I still think she's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
Anyways, we're live, so
Anyways,
a big bitch. Sorry. So let's go to our first. Am I the asshole from Reddit? This one is our first one. I think I picked out 5 pretty long, juicy ones. Maybe there might be one kind of shorter ones, but we got some juicy assholes tonight. Hope you guys all brought some extra toilet paper. Am I the asshole for having someone go get my sister-in-law after my husband and his family refused to bring her to the wedding?
so the sister-in-law is like probably the brother's wife.
Sister. So the sister-in-law is the husband's sister.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah. I think. I feel like I got confused by what you were asking, so I just felt like I had to repeat what I said just in case because I felt
Okay.
really confused too.
In-law stuff so confusing.
The in-law stuff?
Yeah,
Fuck that
yeah.
shit.
Say it one more time.
My first cousin was removed. Okay. Am I the asshole for having someone, so a person, I think it's defined in this, go get my sister-in-law after my husband and his family refused to bring her to the wedding, but that means her and her husband's wedding. So this is before she's technically a sister-in-law,
Yeah,
becoming sister-in-law.
I got you now.
We're on the same page. Everyone's there. Goofing, you good?
Goofin's good. Jordan's good.
Okay. Female 26 is the writer. My wedding was last week. It was amazing, except for this issue that occurred that caused a fallout between me and my in-laws. My husband, male 26, has a younger sister, Cindy, female 19, who's disabled and has been in a wheelchair since she was 7. I noticed that my in-laws do not treat her as a priority and never take her out of the house to include her in any family event, and instead have her stay at home. I felt bad for her since the day I met her. She's sweet, but looks broken and lonely. Mother-in-law started huffing because I tried to get Cindy to join us while eating dinner out or go to the beach. She, mother-in-law, flat out told me she doesn't like Cindy to be outside because she wants to protect her from getting insensitive comments from people, even relatives. But in her tone, I sensed that she was essentially trying to hide her. I talked to my husband and mother-in-law about wanting Cindy to be at the wedding. They declined, saying that she would take away the attention when it would be on us, and said that they couldn't stand having guests asking questions or making comments about her. We had an argument over this, and I insisted that she come and refused to refused to let it go. My husband and mother-in-law finally agreed and said they'd bring her to the wedding. At the wedding, I noticed that she wasn't there as I looked closely. My husband lied, saying they brought her, but she had to be taken to the back to get her medicine. I waited and felt like he and his mom were lying and stalling. I went to ask others if they saw her, and my husband and mother-in-law finally confessed to leaving her at home. I got mad at them and then immediately had someone go over to my mother-in-law's house to get Cindy. My husband and mother-in-law started arguing about what I did and said that I was acting recklessly and irrationally. I told them it wasn't okay that they excluded their own flesh and blood from the wedding and told them that hiding her and acting like she was something to be ashamed of was appalling. Cindy arrived with my husband's aunt, who was with her at the time, and I had them sit nearby. I made sure that Cindy enjoyed her time despite feeling out of place a bit. My husband and mother-in-law were pissed at me, and mother-in-law said that what I did shows how I will be treating them for the years to come, by overriding their wishes and disrespecting them. I told them Cindy's presence wasn't hurting anyone, but my husband said I ruined the wedding by making a scene and fussing over this. This set the tone for the rest of the week. He's still upset with me and keeps having conversations with his mom about what happened and making me out to be the bad, disrespectful one in the situation. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not. Like, what kind of people are you
Who did she just marry into? What
that's
the fuck?
Like, I would be like second guessing everything.
Everything. The fact that they even like left her at home and lied to her that she came and had to go back to go get medication, and then they eventually like they didn't even give in. Like the wife went and fucking had the aunt bring the sister to the wedding to be a part of it. Like, how fucked up are these people?
That's fucked.
So it's obvious the family wishes the sister had never been born. Like, literally.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's horrible.
So this, I added one comment, like the top comment of each of the "Am I the assholes?" to my notes here. So this person says, "Why do you want to be with this man? Seriously, he's clearly an asshole. You may be able to get an annulment at this point and be able to avoid the whole divorce situation. Think about this.
Exactly.
If you were to have a child with a disability, how will he and his family treat them?" I mean, that's rough. Oh, Chelly, what happened to your camera? Chelly?
I'm here. It's so hot.
Oh.
I had to turn on a fan. It's so hot.
I was like, we lost her. Did she disconnect from Discord? I'm like, no, that's not possible.
I had to turn on a fan.
That's okay. I totally get it. She's like, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
So that was a pretty brutal story for the first Am I the Asshole? But I kind of had to throw it in there to like get us a little juicy to start because we obviously know that this woman is not the asshole and her family clearly is. Like, if you think that that this woman is an asshole,
you're wrong.
Disrespecting the mother-in-law and your husband for not I mean, come on.
Yeah. I feel so bad for like if she stays with him like the rest of their life.
Seriously, I think if she has already noticed this like she already knew this before they got married. So like that would have been a red flag on its own. Adopt the lady and divorce the family straight up. Yeah, give that girl fucking like, happy, healthy
I would
life.
be like so scared like if like in that situation like they were planning to have kids.
And that's what one of the commenters said.
And if his sister's like has like a problem, it might be in the genetics.
Yeah. Because we don't know exactly what's wrong with her, right?
No,
like
we have no clue.
We don't know if it was an accident or if it's just something that's going on. I mean, she was 7, so it could be a variety of things that can occur when you're a child. So we don't really know. But it's a bit, some of the Am I the Assholes I feel are a bit vague. Only because I feel like sometimes people put Am I the Assholes prior to digesting the situation. Sometimes it's like a vent thing, which is great. Gives good content, but it also is like it's a bit vague because we don't have a lot of backstories. But anyways, so wow.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
Trying to be discreet, but the most obvious thing ever.
Oh my god. I clipped it. I was able to clip.
God.
All right. The next one we have is gonna be pretty good. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks about this one.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for making a joke about my brother's divorce?
No.
My wife, Elle, and I have been married for a year now. Elle, like,
11.
ELLE.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Back in the day, Elle worked as a sports model. Her job required her to meet a very rigid beauty standard and look a certain way. She was always on a strict diet and was severely underweight. Since then, she's gained a healthy amount of weight and muscle and is much happier. My brother Chris is wealthy, like extremely wealthy. He's done well for himself and seems happy about where he is in his life. He's just got out of a nasty divorce with his ex-wife and has asked to stay with me for a few weeks as he moves into his new place. I'm sorry, I laugh a little bit because he seems like he's in a happy place, but he's getting a divorce. So it's kind of like contradictory there. That kind of made me giggle. Chris, to put it simply, has a type. He believes that every woman should subscribe to his type. Any woman who doesn't fit his preference is automatically ugly and unlovable. He wants all women to conform to his standards, hell or high water. 2 days ago, Chris found some of Ella's old magazine covers and commented on how beautiful she was back then. It's a harmless comment, sure, but he kept bringing it up how much she's let herself go. I mean, kept bringing it up. This person wrote really well. Elle goes for a run every evening, and as she was heading out the door, Chris told her to run fast enough to lose all the flabby bits. She rolled her eyes and laughed it off, but I told him to shut up. The next day, when Elle went to the gym, he told her to make sure to return to her old figure.
Get
Again,
the fuck out.
I told him to shut up and stop fixating on my wife's body. Despite all his comments, Elle is a little unfazed by all of it. It was, side note, her profession to be kind of criticized, I'm sure, so she's got kind of a thick skin, but I respect her husband. Throwing that out there. She says that she's used to it, which no one should have to be used to that, but I get why she would have a thick skin. By the end of the day, I was completely exhausted from listening to him. I was at my end, but Elle again brushed him off with a smile and with a laugh. When Elle served him food, he made a joke about paying for her tummy tuck so that I can marry the right version of Elle. Parentheses, the right version is the skinnier version of her. That comment sent me off. I told him that, quote, his wife married the wrong version of him and to pack his shit and leave my house. He did not take kindly to this and complained about how insensitive I was to his situation and how I made a low blow. He eventually left, but Elle tells me that I could have kicked him out without the comment. Am I the asshole?
No, and the comment
that's
was
obvious.
needed.
It was necessary. It was warranted.
You welcomed him into your home when he's in a tough spot in his life, and he's going to be an ungrateful, sexist asshole.
How dare you say anything about your brother's wife ever? Like in that circumstance,
my soul
that's
like
such bullshit.
left my body. If like you didn't notice, I got like just exhausted
I just
by
saw you
this
go,
man. I just couldn't. I couldn't listen. Like if you had one more little joke that he made, I would be like, "It's done. It's decided. He's clearly the asshole, and his wife divorced him, and that's a good thing because
for a reason.
Fuck him.
Good thing I'm assuming they didn't have kids, but that if they did, he would have just been terrible to her the whole time she was pregnant, probably
And
because
he would have been terrible to the kids too. If they gained any type of weight.
So one of the comments that I picked out was, "I thought you were definitely going to be the asshole from the title. I was wrong." And
I was right.
They voted this person obviously not the asshole. And this person says, "Okay, it was a low blow about his divorce. I mean, but was it?
Well,
But given the revolting nature of his comments and the fact that he explicitly insulted your wife while you are putting a roof over his head,
exactly,
makes it understandable. You are only human. You were far more polite than I would have been."
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I would have been like, "Get the fuck out of here," the first comment. You got something else to say? Like, you want to catch me outside? How about that? You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's a pretty straightforward, no, you're not the asshole, but your fucking brother is.
Yeah. There's a reason that he's divorced.
Terrible. All right, tonight completely spaced, by the way, doing pictures for
That's okay.
anything tonight. So just sorry about that.
That's okay.
Um, third, Harry, our third, am I the asshole tonight? Um, am I the asshole for going back on a promise I made to my husband 8 years ago?
No.
Poop and toilet paper work. I mean, I agree. I agree. Who's the shit and who's the toilet paper? I mean,
I think I might have
we don't know.
heard this story like a few months ago, but I can't remember.
Maybe. I don't remember where it was on the Reddit situation, but
Yeah.
so my husband and I have been married for 11 years. We met in college and got married shortly after graduating. We are both very career oriented and have professional goals that we want to obtain. About 8 years ago, we had multiple changes in our lives. The first was me finding out I was pregnant unexpectedly. Second was my husband losing his job when the company he worked for filed bankruptcy. We had a lot of hard conversations about what these two things meant for our lives. Unfortunately, we decided to keep the baby. Oh, not unfortunately, sorry. Ultimately, God,
I'm just
edit
like,
that shit out. What the
damn.
fuck? I read that wrong just because the tone of this fucking shit. Sorry. Ultimately, we decided to keep the. Unfortunately, hold on. I need to recover from that.
I'm like, damn, this is deep.
Okay. I'm like, clearly, I have some feelings about this. I'm dying. Ultimately, we decided to keep the baby and have my husband stay out of the workforce to get our home ready for a child and to be a stay-at-home dad while I continued to pursue my career. We came to this agreement with the understanding that he would be able to pursue his career again in the future. Then, 4 years ago, we had another unexpected pregnancy. Yes, I was on birth control and taking it properly, but no, we were not using condoms. Ooh. Now we have two lovely and amazing children. That's lovely. The pandemic hit my husband harder than it did me as he was taking on the majority of childcare and the schooling at home for our oldest, which was difficult. As hard as it was on him, this time period couldn't have been better for my career. Over the past 2 years, I have received multiple promotions and my career trajectory is years ahead of where I thought it would be. A few weeks ago, I received a job offer from a different company that would be another big jump for me. However, it would require relocating to a different state. I excitedly brought this up to my husband, but he wasn't happy for me. He asked what that would mean for him going back to work, and I told him that it would take some time for us to get assimilated. I said all I could read was ass. I'm so sorry. Assimilated to the area and for me to get accustomed to the new job as it would probably be higher stress than what I'm doing right now, but with much higher pay and benefits. I told him that we could discuss him going back to work in maybe a year or so after we move. He told me that he's tired of being a stay-at-home dad and he's becoming resentful of watching me get to achieve my goals and dreams while he is living a life he never envisioned himself doing. He told me I'm being selfish to want to uproot our family for my job and for asking him once again to put his goals and dreams on hold so that I can achieve more of mine. I told him that him being a stay-at-home dad doesn't have to be permanent, and this is just another huge step for us as a family. He cut me off and said, no, it's a huge step for you. For the rest of us, it's just moving. I told him that was unfair, and he said the unfair thing was me breaking promises I made to him. I told him that was years ago and things have changed. If I'm being honest, I know it is going to be hard for him to get back into his career after being gone for so long. A huge gap like that in his employment record is almost dead on arrival for him to get a good job. I feel bad about it, but we do have a pretty good life as it is, and this new job would only offer more opportunities. Am I the asshole?
No. But he's also not the asshole. Because it was only supposed to be like, here's the thing, if you're getting this big promotion and you're earning more money, put the kids into goddamn school or daycare or something. Why does he have to stay home when you got this big promotion? Even if it's let him try to get back into his field of work. Like, why is it a hard no?
I agree.
Like, I
But
feel like neither's the asshole in this story.
so I will say that maybe daycare wasn't an option because of COVID, but it sounds like this was a
Ah,
recent post. But putting his kids in daycare with the cost of daycare defeats the purpose of more money.
but
But if she's
what's
doing so well and they're able to move, right?
and also what's more important here, having heaps of money or making you both happy? Because clearly the heaps of money is not making you both happy.
Clearly. Like
Like,
he's clearly overwhelmed and like wants to go back to his career. Clearly.
get a nanny. There you go.
Get a nanny.
There you go. Problem solved.
Get no pair or nanny. Set.
Problem solved. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting. I will never put her down for getting her career and going where she needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
But if he wants to go back to work, you're clearly making the big bucks. Get a nanny.
Get a nanny. You can clearly afford it, is how I feel.
Yeah, that's how I'm reading into this. And
Yeah.
also, no one forced you to have those kids. There were
Yeah.
options if you
There
didn't
were
want
options.
that second child.
I mean, unless they were in Texas, I guess. But
Well, that Texas thing was like just a recent thing, so.
yeah, so I don't know how like that's true.
But
Well, I guess it depends because there are still states
yeah,
that
there
don't
are
have.
still. But you could have gone
abortion rights,
somewhere.
but-
You could have gone to a different state and done it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like there's
I-
ways.
I don't
there's ways
know how-
around it.
There should be ways around it, but I don't know if. I don't know.
And I will
If-
say this.
I don't know.
As a user of birth control, the only reason it might have not worked is because maybe you forgot a couple pills every here and there.
Maybe
Because I've been taking pills for like 6-7 years.
everything's
No
fine.
whoopsies have happened to me. And I take that pill.
So
I do go through brain spurts of like I forget to take it, but like it's fine, we're safe, but
yeah, it's a safe zone.
take that
basically.
shit. I don't
Yeah.
agree with like the testing you have to take it at the same time every day. Just take it every like if you take it at night, take it at night. If you take it in the morning, take it in the morning. Don't like
Yeah.
some people believe like you gotta take it at 9 o'clock every day.
Right.
Nah, that's not a real fucking thing.
It's like, no, I woke up at 8 or I woke up at 9 this morning. I'm fine. I'll wake up
They
and
also
take
could
my
morally not go there.
birth
I
control.
agree, but if he's so unhappy, it's your decision. Like there's pros and cons and I don't know. It does happen, but like I said, I've been taking those pills for like 6-7 years.
I just think it's whack that she made the excuse of saying no because she's like, I was on birth control, but no, I wasn't wearing a condom. And like, to me, that I don't know why that bothers me, why she had to like even put that out there because like, yes, that's important. But if you're with your husband, I don't think most, I guess if you're being extra careful and you really don't want to have babies, then you wear the condom with the birth control and that's legit, right?
Yeah.
But like, maybe that's why she defined that. To me, I'm like, you guys are married and like, if that's your goal, you don't want to have kids, that's fine. But like, shit might happen if you guys are just kind of having one too many glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Just kind of happen. It's like, whatever, you don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like that didn't need to be released. I don't know why that bothered me because I was just like, okay, so like, anyways, shit happens. So like,
yeah.
I was not on birth control for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
It was coitus interruptus, and I remember my doctor was like, "So what was been your birth control?" I'm like, "Oh, well, it was a little coitus interruptus, which is a little pull-out method."
Yeah.
TMI, but that's just what it was. And they were just like, for that long, and I'm okay. Sorry, Coda, but like, that's what it was. And then we had John and Fertile Myrtle over here, year and a half later,
Yeah.
gets pregnant again because thinking the one way would work one way. And so, anyways, birth control ended up I have found my birth control for that. But like, you just do that. You do if you really don't want to
You find
go
ways.
with that. You find ways. You find a way to do it.
If you
And
desperately
for some,
don't want
it's
to have
not an
kids.
option. You're right. And like I'm using a birth control that some women absolutely can't use. I'm using an
Yeah.
IUD. So
Yeah.
like, and it's a little scary, but like at the same time, it's been kind of nice not
Like,
having a period for a
personally,
year and a
for
half.
me, I would never get one of those just because they
Yeah,
freak me out. Just the thought of something being inserted, it freaks me the fuck out,
that's
and I don't like
completely
it.
fair.
I take the pill, but like
Mhm.
our plan in the future is Jordan gets a little snip snip, and I just don't take pills.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the future plan because like
That's a legit plan. I personally was thinking, I mean,
like I would love to get
I have too many plans, but
my tubes tied, but doctors I know will never allow it. Like I
yeah,
know
I
that.
I plan on trying to get my tube side to be
Like
honest.
with
But you're
you,
getting snipped.
you might be able to because you have two kids, your
Yeah.
husband. Me, there's no way that they would allow me. Like
See, but
I'm
maybe
29, I
not
got
though.
Jordan and no kids. They would
That
never
you
allow
never
me
know
to.
though, because like a lot of, I mean, I don't know. This day and age, people should have the choice to do.
But I also feel like I've done the time for 6 years, 7 years taking this pill. It's your turn.
Yeah,
It's your
I
turn
completely get that one.
to make the
Sorry,
sacrifice.
Jordan.
My hormones, when I get off these pills, expect me to be a fucking
Oh
lunatic.
man, hormones suck. I completely
Expect me
understand.
to be
Oof.
insane for like a couple months.
I relate to you on that one so much. So one of the comments, Reddit has determined this as you're the asshole for your whole attitude to this woman, in which
Yeah,
I
I can see it.
think she's got an attitude because she's so expectant of her husband to just be the nanny and not focus on his career because she's not giving him any encouragement to do anything with his career. And
Yeah,
I think that is kind of fucked up,
yeah.
personally. She should be as supportive as
He was to her.
he has been, yeah, as he has been to her. And like personally, I don't know, I think that they should manage their careers better. And this is a personal experience. This is really important in our household where my husband and I switch off nights so we can still be our individual people and enjoy doing the things that we enjoy and also still find time for ourselves and having family time, which is important. We switch off like, 6 days out of the week, we're switching on and off of us being able to do things that we enjoy doing. And then we have a day of the week which that's not going to work with everybody, but at least it gives us a chance to at least feel like a person. And I know that for this particular story, they're career oriented. So I understand how it's a little different, but I just think that you need to be able to work as a team if you're going to have a family or just be in a partnership in general. And I just think that's common sense, but some people have a really hard time grasping that concept, I feel like, you know? Um, so this comment said, you should now be as supportive of him as he has been of you. We do not have a pretty good life now. You do. Your husband is unhappy and you're marginalizing him and his own family. If you want to move, start actively supporting him in his job search and start interviewing nannies in the new location. Stop acting like a 1950s man.
Speaking of the 1950s,
Right? What a theme. I didn't realize that was put in here because I looked this
what a
up last
comeback.
week. Yeah. But isn't that I mean, it's legit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's a really fucked up way to think about it.
I
And
like
that's
that they
exactly
brought
what the
up
woman's doing.
get a nanny when like I was
Get
like
a
get a
nanny.
nanny.
Like
For
you're
fuck's
afraid
sake.
because it's clearly post COVID. So like you're clearly like you guys are obviously a concerned family, which you know what? That's completely okay. But you can find ways around to support each other if you're in the position you are to do what you're doing financially because you clearly have a good career. So
Yeah.
move forward. Like what the fuck? God. Anyways, that lady needs I'm hoping she got because I haven't looked back at that thread, but I'm hoping that she found some clarity from that.
Maybe.
So, I mean, some people delete them.
True.
So sometimes I'll go back. So I'm like, I try to just, get some good info and then move forward. Sometimes it'd be kind of fun actually to do like a comment review podcast where we kind of
Yes.
review comments of posts and stuff. It'd be kind of funny. All right. So our fourth one tonight. Am I, sorry, I don't know why this title just made me giggle. Am I the asshole for throwing my best friend out of my wedding? Out of my wedding. Uh, um, I, a 28 female, got married to the love of my life a month ago. It was a small, intimate ceremony with only 20 people. However, our venue was extravagant, and so was everything else, especially my dress. I went a little overboard with the money I spent on my dress. I paid for it myself, so I didn't break anyone's bank. Legit, homegirl. But I remain happy with my decision, as you should as the bride. Um, Sorry, I lost my place. As a kid who didn't have the nicest childhood, I always envisioned my wedding to be a special event where it's all about me and my future husband. I wanted to feel special and beautiful, which both of which I have rarely experienced all my life. This is why we chose to only have the people closest to us attend and put the remaining of our budget into venue, food, and my dress. One of my bridesmaids was my high school best friend, Andy. She and I have been very close since high school, and she's helped me through a lot. However, back in school, Andy used to be kind of a bully, even towards me. Obviously, this was all back in school, and I thought she'd significantly grown since then. During the wedding planning, Andy asked me if I had a vision in mind for her bridesmaid dress. I told her I didn't really care, and she could wear whatever she wanted as long as it was a light color that would go well with my dress. She picked out a nice rose gold dress that I thought was rather cute, and I assumed that was that. A few days before my wedding, Andy calls me and tells me she has a surprise in store for me and that she hoped I'd enjoy. I assumed it was a wedding gift or something of that sort, but boy, was I wrong. On my wedding day, while I was getting ready, Andy walked in wearing a lacy white dress, and not just any white dress, it was clearly a bridal dress, complete with an elegant headpiece that could pass off as a modern veil. I was flabbergasted and asked her why she was dressed like a bride. Andy then proceeds on to tell me that she changed her mind about her former dress and decided she wanted to pick something that would work as a symbol of her sharing in my joy and happiness. She talked about how back in high school, she used to joke all the time about how she'd wear white to my wedding and how I used to laugh about that. So this was supposed to be a fun inside joke. Well, obviously I didn't think it was funny. A huge argument ensued where I basically yelled my lungs off at her. She offered to change back into her rose gold dress, but I was extremely pissed, so I just asked her to leave. In the following days, she's called me shallow for picking a dress over inviting more people. Claimed I'm jealous because she looked slimmer in her dress than I did. Eventually, I blocked her. Her husband then called me up to tell me that she's been depressed lately and just wanted to cheer herself up by looking good and that I overreacted. Now, I know she's not been doing well, but I don't think I could let it go, especially since she knew how important the day was to me. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Like, I could get it if her friend dressed up in a wedding dress. 1 second. Anyways, there you go. And then I can get it if like she wore the dress and immediately was like, "Just kidding. This is the story. I'm changing back right now. Don't freak out." Like, but I don't think that was her plan. Her plan was to legit wear that dress to the wedding. Right?
I think that friend's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Ass hat, butt wipe, dick sucker. Sorry, I'm going deep on that one. Sorry, I might get us banned, but I'm not really. I hope not. But like, honestly, who the fuck does that? Respect the bride.
That's so horrible.
To me, I'm sorry. I just went like hella crude on that, but like, that's fucked up in my opinion.
But
Like,
still,
you, first of all, you don't wear white at a wedding unless the bride requests
yeah.
it. Okay? That's just common knowledge. You're trying to take the spark from the bride. That's just
Yeah.
fucked up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Second of all, you picked a dress with the bride, with your friend.
Yeah.
You picked it. So
That's the
she
dress.
thought it was a joke, like, because they might have talked. I mean, maybe the bride didn't remember that they laughed about it back in the day, but like,
If I was that friend, I would try and be smart and bring it up beforehand to like kind of spark the memory. And then if I was gonna do that joke, then do the joke. But
Like a
like,
month
just
or so prior and just be like,
yeah.
ha ha, wouldn't that be funny? And then like, what? Okay, so let's
Or
say
she
your friend's
walks out with a
getting
dress and then
ready,
like does like one of those rip
and then
like
be
the
like, no, just kidding.
and then just be like surprise. Like
Like
that's
that would
totally
be
different.
funny. But
That
this is fucked up. And then to have her husband call, I know that she blocked her, but like to have her husband call to be like, oh, she's just been really depressed and she wanted to feel good. Yo, fuck you.
feel good
That
somewhere
wasn't
else.
funny. You had a beautiful dress. You could have. I'm sorry. I really don't like this one. I'm like,
No.
when I read it, I was like, that is really fucked up. That like, she's just she's saying that she's depressed, and that's why she was wearing a white dress at her best friend's wedding. That like literally it was a small venue, and like gave her shit for wanting to buy an expensive dress instead of having
That's
like
bullshit.
that is fucked up. What a guilt trip. What a narcissist. I'm sorry. That is so fucked up. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that.
Yeah, no, that's fucked
Comments
up.
agree. They definitely don't think this bride is the asshole. In fact, they say she fucked around and found out. You found out she was still awful because
Yeah.
clearly she was awful in school and can't imagine what most might possibly be causing her to not to be doing so well in life.
Yeah.
Like check yourself before you wreck yourself, homegirl. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Passionate about this one. That fucks me. That I just unless it's stated by because that's just like wedding etiquette. You just unless it's stated by the fucking bride that it's tits McGee. Go ahead, wear white. I'm wearing black. Whatever, that's fine. However, the flow is like it's respect, and maybe I'm just traditional on that way.
On
Unless you
TikTok,
know,
yeah.
go
On
ahead.
TikTok, I heard an interesting thing, like for ladies that are wearing dresses to a, a, a wedding. If you
Mhm.
have to ask yourself, is this light pink too white? It is too white.
It's too white.
If you have to ask if this light blue is too close to white, it is too close to white. And I'm like, that's a
Hmm.
very interesting way to put it. And yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. I don't know. That's just something that's kind of kicked. I always have been kind of traditional in that way that it, like unless the bride states the color scheme, no matter what the wedding is, it's their fucking day. Like clearly she's married. She had a wedding. Her husband's calling the friend like, oh, she's depressed. Like, well,
Wonder why.
okay. She had a wedding. Did she have preferences? Because like it's my turn now, and I have preferences,
Yeah,
and
because
you
I bet she had
picked out the
tons of
fucking shit.
rules.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that's fucked up,
It is fucked
which
up.
is pretty obvious. I mean, um, all right. Here's my last one that I picked out for tonight. Um, am I the asshole for walking out on dinner with my parents and causing them to fall out, like basically have a fight, right? If
No.
anyone's not familiar with that termage. I, male 23, and bisexual. I came out to my parents when I was 16. I was worried about my dad, as he is quite religious, but he took it surprisingly well. Mom, however, said bisexuality wasn't real, told me that it was either a phase or a stepping stone towards me coming out as fully gay, which she also wasn't happy about. We argued for a while before I realized I was talking to a wall, and we dropped it. Good job identifying that. When I was 18, I moved out for university and met a girl named Ava. We hit it off instantly and dated for 2 years. Mom adored Ava. We went out a lot as a family. The two of them even did things without me and dad. Over time, the spark died and we both felt it. So we decided to stay as friends. It was amicable. We still love each other, just not romantic. Mom was devastated. Spent a long time trying to convince Ava to take me back. Scolded me for driving her away because, of course, it was my fault. Around a year later, Ava introduced me to her friend Joel at a party. It was obvious what she was doing. She basically pushed us together and sprinted away. But Joel was cute, so I didn't complain. We danced around the romantic thing for a long time, both too chicken to make a move in case it messed up our friendship, but looking back, friends don't hold hands or kiss each other on the cheek as much as we did. Ava calls us idiots to this day. We've been together for almost 3 years and lived together. And I'm confident he's the one I want to grow old with. Dad loves Joel, but Mom hasn't really given him a chance. She's civil, but it's clear she isn't happy with me dating a guy. Last week, Mom invited us over for dinner. Joel was excited, and I thought maybe she was making an effort. I got a text from Ava on the day saying my mom invited her and asking if I was aware. I said no, and she decided not to go in case Mom tried to get us back together in front of Joel. when we showed up, Mom was in a foul mood. After a sense, after a tense hour, Mom asked why I forced Ava not to come. I assured her I did no such thing. Ava's a close friend of both me and Joel, and it was her decision. Excuse me. I asked her, oh my God, stop. I asked why she invited Ava in the first place, and Mom said oh my God, Mom said she just wants what's best for me. Then not so subtly glared at Joel. I saw red, unloaded all of my pent up feelings about how she's never gave him a fair chance and how she assumes Ava was better for me just because she's a girl. She told me that I'd never be happy with Joel when I could be in a normal relationship, and it got silent. I saw Joel start to tear up, so I took his hand and left. That night, Dad showed up with a duffel bag, said he and Mom had argued, and he left. Oh, excuse me, when we left, and has been staying in our guest room since. He still hasn't spoke to Mom. Everyone on Mom's side of the family is calling me selfish and immature for causing this rift. I feel guilty because I ultimately caused this with my outbursts and bad communication. And I can tell Joel blames himself. I don't know what to do. So am I the asshole for letting things reach this stage?
No. Some people just can't be talked to, can't be like reasoned with, and she sounds like a woman that couldn't be reasoned with.
No matter what, she could not find the happiness. She could not find an ounce in her body to share happiness with her child. It's disturbing.
Yeah. She's gonna lose everybody, and it's her fault.
And I'm proud of the dad for like being, be like, fuck you, bitch. You're not gonna like love our son no matter what. Like, who did I marry? I'm sure, besides what it's normal nowadays. I mean, I just feel like in that circumstance, you're loving who you're loving, and you gave it a try on both ends, and you just realized that you found someone that you love is same gender. That's fine, whatever.
And he came out as bi, so
there
you go.
He's like, hey, this is me. I like everybody. We're men and women.
Yeah,
I'm happy over here. Like, be happy with me. So comment says not the asshole, which we can all agree with because I don't really feel like, okay, deep into it, maybe he didn't have to lash out at her, but at the same time, there's only so much bullshit you can get laid onto you in that situation. And like, she hasn't been accepting of it this entire time.
Exactly.
So it's been weighing on him. So like, I don't think that he's an asshole for lashing out, but the comment says you didn't cause anything. You tried to communicate with her for years, but she's more certain she knows what's right for you and clearly doesn't trust you. That's going to eat away at every relationship, and clearly it has been. This is her fault. You stood up for yourself and your man, and good on you. That takes character. Not everyone can do it. I'm proud of you, and I know your dad is proud of you too. I hope your mom comes around. I like that person's comment because like, they're straightforward and they're also like, I hope the mom comes around because honestly, she's clearly missing out on our good relationship with her son. By just being a dick about who he's loving. So. Fuck you, Mom. On that. I'm getting along with my mom right now. Love you, Mom. But that's my wrap up of Am I the Assholes? A little dramatic this week. A lot of not the assholes, but some heavy stories. It's kind of like some heavy stories. I don't know. Not too many controversial ones. I think the most controversial one we had was the career bound mom. And the stay at home dad. I think that was probably one of the better controversial. And most of them are just like this fucking like the writer is not the asshole, but the people in your stories are. What the fuck? So that's my Am I the Asshole tonight. I didn't accumulate much more than that. I did have 5.
That's good.
Hope that's okay with everyone. Well, I always feel like I stop and I feel like I have more. Oh yeah, you're right. With yours too, but like the ones that I collected. That's what I got. So that was mine. And then Shelly had her lovely Am I the Asshole too? And I'm looking forward to seeing these on TikTok. Again, thank you, Shelly, for all the editing on that. Because, Well, then well, I guess I could have said, "Am I the asshole?" with my neighbor story, but I didn't word it that way in any
Yeah.
way because, like, I didn't like present it. Am I the asshole? But I did. Wasn't very like
But you're not the asshole in that situation.
smooth with her. Yeah, there
No,
wasn't an
fuck
"Am
that.
I the
You don't
asshole"
have to
situation.
be smooth and reasonable in every
I don't,
situation.
and I don't care how many baked goods you give us. You cannot treat someone the way you're treating me.
Unless it's amazing. That's a different story.
It's
Like
not even
it's
that. No, you still don't have a right
no.
to like look inside my house and tell me what I am and am not doing, or when it's a good time to fucking communicate with me when you have my fucking phone number.
Yeah.
Suck it. Yeah, my neighbor's a freaking weirdo psycho.
Yeah, she
She's
is.
just a bored widow. I just feel bad for her. But anyways,
Yeah.
I should have fucking
Picking fights.
throw that in the trash. Yeah, that's our am I the asshole tonight? It's pretty good. Feed her scraps.
Wow.
Well, thankfully she doesn't like come into our yard. She's actually pretty respectful now.
Oh, that's
But she
good.
like we have a fence in the backyard, so she'll like stand at the yard like home improvement, but it's not home improvement at the same time because it's not a wood fence. It's like a metal see-through fence. But she's there snooping.
Snoop Doggin.
Yeah. So how you feeling?
Good. Hot.
I mean, like for the rest of the night, do you want to wrap up soon or how you?
Oh, I wasn't sure where to go with that one.
I forgot to switch the Wawta check-in. Oh, whatever. We've been in Wawta check-in mode this whole time.
Why
That's
is your
fine.
camera frozen?
Oops.
There we
Is it?
go. No,
Oh,
it's fine.
okay.
I minimized Discord, which fucked up the whole camera sharing thing.
That was really
Which,
funny because at
which
least
I
I
didn't
was
know
laughing.
why. Now we know that if I minimize it, you'll freeze. Interesting.
Well, hey, we're learning. At least we don't have to wait every 40 minutes to like reset it
Seriously,
with
that was.
Zoom.
I'm freaking Zoom trader.
It
Don't
worked out
touch
for
anything.
us.
I touched things.
I do that too. I touched it.
Yeah.
I won't touch things at work actually because I don't want it's like an old space and like I swear if I touch something there, it breaks and uh-uh. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to be responsible for shit. Responsible for enough at home. I'm not touching shit at work. I mean, I'm doing my job, but like I'm still also like I was like, "Are you sure you want me to touch that pilot light?" Because I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that. I mean, I can do it.
Yeah,
I have confidence in myself, but I don't
I
know.
felt that when I first joined here because like the computer that I use is kind of the main one, and it was before I got here. Like everyone used it, but now
Okay.
since I'm here, I'm pretty much the only one that uses it. And goddamn, these people saved everything everywhere. And
No.
the files are an absolute disaster. The homes, like the desktop, they save shit to the desktop, which is one of my biggest pet
No.
peeves ever. Because save it to a goddamn file.
Yeah.
Why are you saving it to the desktop? So I
Yeah.
like asked, going, can I clean this up? And they're like, yeah, this is yours. Clean it up. And I'm like, okay, because I'm gonna be deleting a bunch of crap that
Yeah.
we don't need, and it's saved randomly. And like the document files is like row. Like
No.
there's like
Oh
10
my God, that
rows
stresses
of
me out.
saved crap.
No.
How when I save, everything has a file where it needs to go.
That goes here.
I have my Chelsea file, and it all has sub files in there where it needs to go. These people just
Yeah.
saved it everywhere. How did you?
Oh,
What?
yeah. Well, and it's like because they don't realize that it like saves in its spot, and you can also direct it to a file, like by saving it to the desktop. There's just making
I
two
don't
copies.
understand people that save things to the desktop. I personally don't. There's nothing that needs to be saved there from a personal file. Nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
There's
that's
no
fair.
need for it.
I mean, they just don't like clicking the file browser, essentially.
But yet
or
it's saved
file explorer.
like 5 times somewhere else. Like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But yeah, I was like very hesitant, going, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, because once I fix this, and if somebody moves stuff, I'm gonna rage at them.
Yeah.
Because don't touch my file. Make your own file and then do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's aggravating, sharing a computer. Thankfully, with my job, I don't share computers with anybody. Thank goodness. Oh man,
Thank
I just can't. I
goodness.
can't be responsible for that shit, dude. I mean, I just more like I don't want to be blamed for someone else's fuck up because I'm kind of like, I like to be on the books. I don't want it to
Yes.
be like, oh, well, you were like the last one to use it. How do I know that? How do you know someone didn't like pop in
Yeah.
there like rape after I did and I didn't know and you didn't know and they're
Exactly.
not admitting it? Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Not touching that shit.
Like for instance, like with my old desk, I ended up having to share it with like with the leasing agent, and I would have like templates for things that I would have to put up. What they would do is open up any one of my Word notices, erase everything I had, type their shit, and then save it.
Oof.
So now my blinds notice is about smoking now, and I'm like, where was my carefully crafted blinds notice go? And then I told them, if you want to make your own crap, copy and paste it to your own file. Don't go into my Chelsea file and open things in my Chelsea file. Drag and
Yeah.
drop it to your file.
And then
Yeah,
look at
they
it
would
in your
save.
file.
Like I had a blank, like just a blank one with like the header and stuff, and they
Yeah.
would save shit. So I'd go and
Ah.
erase it all and save it blank again.
Ooh, that's annoying. That's super annoying. I feel that for sure. It's like just create your own profile. Or
Create your
not
own
profile, but
save
like your own
file
file. Yeah, save
and
file.
stop piggybacking off
Exactly.
mine.
Yeah.
Like sure, go in and copy and paste it.
Like yeah, you can have
Well,
access to it. And
leave
like
my file alone.
I get that they're like, "Oh, we want to like it's just easier, it's right here." But yeah, you could just create your own file and then just always access it from there from that point forward.
Exactly.
Exactly what I had to do.
And now I'm the one on that computer. Like they occasionally like use it on days that I'm not there, but they don't
Mhm.
touch my files, which is great.
That's good. That's like I just nothing's more aggravating of like than someone messing with your shit, in my
Yeah.
opinion. When you've had it all set, like
Yeah, like I have
yeah,
specific things like for drilling
yeah.
noises, for jackhammering noises, and then I open it up, like ready to print. I'm like, wait a second, this is about smoking. Did I open the right
What
file?
happened? Yeah. Where'd my shit go? I had this all organized. The frick. Sure, Dropbox, which is bad enough. Everyone has their own system for storing. My two bosses are totally different, so I'm always just searching for what I need. It's tough.
It
Honestly.
sucks.
That sucks. I mean, I'm just in housekeeping, so I get mostly annoyed when
They fuck with
the
like
same pillow
the cleaning
cases aren't
carts.
coming back to normal, like because you
Oh,
have a bunch of like sheets and stuff because you make beds. So like
yeah.
I get annoyed when I will grab a queen set of sheets and there's one king pillowcase in it,
Yes.
and
Like
I'm
what
like,
the hell?
why?
Why?
Like the king pillow is bigger. Like
Duh.
what the fuck? I don't know. And that little shit, like so that's like it. That's like going
I
into my files and touching my
I
shit.
I
I
feel
totally
that
get
one.
that.
That totally makes sense.
Totally get that. Like the cleaning supplies, not so much. I can get sometimes
But it's annoying
it
when
can be
like
annoying.
you grab a cart and you're like, this has this, and this, and then that
And it's
thing's not
ready.
there. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
And I go to make the bed, or like I'll grab like the king sheets, and then suddenly I'm realizing there's 4 queen pillowcases and we have 4 king pillow. Like little simple things like that, where I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's annoying.
I just organized this last time I was here, and I only work on the weekends. Unfortunately, I'm not there midweek. But
Yeah.
like, it definitely makes me feel a little annoyed sometimes. But
Like,
like,
can
it's
we all
that's something
just
I can work through.
cooperate?
But and there's not a lot of people to like. It's the owner boss and then the other housekeeper, and she's kind of ascendant, yeah, yeet,
Ah,
which that's where I feel like it might hiccup because he's pretty. My coworker's seems pretty up, but she's also like thorough, but also I think sometimes like she often says 9 out of 10. We get it right, 9 out of 10, and I'm like, okay, I
I
got you.
feel
I feel
that.
it.
I feel that.
I feel it. I like it. I like it. So I try not to take it too personally, but it definitely can be rough at times when you're like have a lot of spaces to clean and suddenly you have all these wrong sheets and you got to run back to the housekeeping station, not station, but like the little house
Yeah.
because it's old school. So, but anyway, so yeah, I totally physically I'm running. I'm literally like, well, not
Yeah.
running. I have a bad knee, but yeah. So I'm hobbling, kind of hobble, pretending like I'm not hobbling. I don't want anyone to see that I'm hurting. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So too funny. But don't fuck with people's workspaces is the moral of this story. Fuck you if you
Exactly.
do.
You are the asshole if you
You
screw
are
with
the
people's
asshole.
workspaces.
Exactly. Well, should we look for someone to rate, or how do you feel? What do you
Sure.
think?
I'm down. I'm down. I
Okay.
got a shower.
Yeah.
There's no
Ooh, that
way I'm
sounds like
going to bed like this.
yeah, all hot and sweaty. It's supposed to get like 80 on Friday here, so I don't know I don't know
Gross.
where it's at for you guys,
Well,
but
today it was in the 20s, which is hot.
okay, it's pretty hot. Yeah,
Right now it's 16, which is like not bad, but
cooling
like
down,
we
but
don't have a ceiling fan, which is we're suffering without our ceiling fan.
ooh,
We're gonna ask our boss if we can get a ceiling fan.
that's legit.
We a
That's
ceiling fan
crucial.
is the
Air.
VIP of like ceiling lights.
Well, it's important because it pushes the heat down
Yeah.
and circulates the cool air up.
I just
And there's a
need
certain way it works. It
I
just
just
makes
need the
sense.
flowing air around me.
Hmm.
I can't do with like just still air. I can't do it.
I feel that, especially I don't know how you guys feel about opening windows or not there. I assume you probably don't because of
Yes.
Patrick as well.
We
And
do, but
or do they even
we
open?
can't open them too much, and also the
Mm,
windows aren't they're hot. Like the window starts here. The window opener is like up here. Like it's really high up, so he can't really reach it.
that's good. That's
But he's
good.
on his tree, and we let him get like snoots and stuff. But we're terrified that he's gonna just yeet
Yeah, yeet out the
yeet out
window.
the fucking window because
Yeah, I would be worried about
logic.
that too. Yeah,
But
because
we
you know
he
cats are curious.
exactly. So like like we open them up, but we don't open them up fully because we've tested it, and he's stuck his head out, and we're like, "Nah, it's done. You ruined it.
Nope, you're
You
done.
stuck your fucking head out the
Nope,
window.
you fucked up, kid.
You fucked
Never
up."
again.
No,
Lock down. Bars on the windows.
literally, like he gets one chance, and that's it. And then he fucked it up, right, bud? Oh my
That's so
god, look
funny.
at him. Look at this.
Oh,
You fucked up.
Patrick!
You fucked up, sir.
I know you can't hear us, but you're such a chunk, Lord. We love you. Look
Look
at
at him.
you.
Look at him.
He's
He's
like, look
like,
at his little face.
hi.
I love that he's just chilling out with you. That's so great.
Just
He's like, no, I'm on the Wawta podcast now.
I am the Wawta podcast. You
I
guys are
think
not the Wawta podcast.
because he doesn't normally sit and stream with you, but he like has been chilling. And on the past couple Wawta podcasts, I've noticed he's made
Well,
several
well, that's
appearances.
because his food is there,
Oh,
and he's
like,
drinking some
that's
water.
so cute. I get it.
And
that makes sense.
big news: we threw out his personal chair.
Oh,
We
that is good
had
news.
to
That's
because
fair.
we got a air purifier because
Oh,
we went to Costco when we saw one and it was a reasonable price, and because Patrick's toilet's literally right there, it's
okay.
so dusty and just like the air, like walking in, you can be like, ugh, the air is just
You can feel
not
this
great.
stagnant. And you don't have like air conditioning, I assume.
We
Or
do,
do you?
but it can hook up to our window, and like it doesn't do anything. So
Yeah,
then we
it's not
got
legit.
the air purifier, and the only place that it can go is in his personal chair. You toss his chair, that
okay.
was Nana's chair too. Yeah, well, sacrifices had to be made because the air
was Nana's
purifier couldn't. She can sit in my chair.
It's better to be able to breathe.
She can sit in my chair. There's a chair right here she can sit in. And Patrick barely laid in that chair. As of as of the last couple months.
That's
So
funny.
we're like, the air purifier has to go there because there's literally nowhere else for it to go.
Yeah,
Nowhere else.
that's fair. It must be kind of like a taller unit then, right?
No, it's just a little
Or is
guy,
it-
but
oh, little guy.
but
Okay.
like we have so
That's
much
fair.
stuff against the wall that there was
I get it.
literally that was the nook. That was the perfect nook for it.
I don't have. I like Kona has said to me before. He's like, one day I'm gonna get you a room full of shelves.
Full of
Don't worry.
shelves. Yeah.
I just need all the shelves. So I get it.
Yeah.
I need to put shit on, and I don't even like I have shit, but like at the same time, like I don't know what are these shelves, but I just want a room full of shelves, just like
Yeah. And like
air purifiers, lights,
we're
whatever.
gonna test it out, see in like a couple weeks like how it's like do we see a difference of less
Hmm.
dust or something?
Yeah,
Which I think it will.
you
Like
will. You'll notice
yeah.
for sure.
Because our
We had
place
an
is
air purifier, and
dusty.
it you could. I mean, we had 3 dogs at the time, but we could feel it in the room that we had
Yeah.
it. I think you guys will totally notice.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. Just being you'll just start noticing like it's out of suddenly like clearer air.
Like
Just change the filter.
we just had to because this is the only closet in our suite. Like there's the room closets, of course, like
Right.
like the bedroom closets, but we're clearly not putting it in there. We
Yeah.
have a second a bathroom. It's not going in there. This is literally the only closet we have. And it's
For it
only
to go,
it's only a half closet because on this side is our in suite like washer dryer.
Oh,
So it's
oh yeah. Well,
literally
that's a good
only
spot
a
for a
half
litter
closet.
box. But I get what you're
I wish it
saying.
was
It's
farther away.
not directly behind you. You're like, this just smells great. Thanks.
like we're cooking food literally right there while he's taking a
Taking a
shit.
shit.
We're sitting right there watching shows while he's taking a shit.
Oh, that's too
Yeah,
funny.
so unfortunately we had to toss his chair. He watched
Yeah.
us like, what the fuck you doing in my chair? And he was
What
really
the heck?
offended by it. But like I said, he hasn't used it for months. So
Yeah.
it's fair game.
You're
Sir.
shit out of luck, sir. No more chair for you.
No more chair for you. Oh, he's looking at me like, excuse me?
I can like just lightly see his eyes in the camera. You
I'm
can just,
trying-
which is fine. It's a little creepy just because he's so dark at
There you
that
go.
moment. You know.
I brightened
Look at that.
it up for you.
Huh? Yeah, I see him blinking. It's just a little nugget. I love it. I'm kind of perusing the just chatting area to host somebody.
Okay.
I know. I thought we'd take
Okay.
the leap for
Like-
fun, but I don't know who or what.
I
and
literally
where.
don't know. There's so many people
So
on.
scared.
So I don't know.
Um,
You can pick somebody random. It's all good.
This one might be kind of cool. This chick's unboxing her new computer.
Ooh,
Her name is
fun.
Kaycreigh, Kaycreigh.
Yeah.
Kaycreigh?
That sounds fun.
She's got 61 viewers, so let's 71 or 70, but looks fun.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I put the Wawta raid in there. If you guys want to copy
Beautiful.
and paste.
Let me
Yeah,
put her
we're gonna
in
go-
there.
Someone do.
Start the raid.
Scary.
Just like that. This should be exciting. I'm excited. Okay. Why did I use unraid? What the fuck?
Why did you just unraid?
I didn't click that on purpose. Fuck, I hate this shit. Start raid. Okay, I don't touch anything
Don't
until
touch
it
it.
says it's ready. I
Yeah.
was gonna go copy and paste chat, and then it was like, anyone raided. Ready to raid. Okay.
Ready to raid.
Are we all ready, you guys?
One sec, I'm gonna copy
Let's-
and paste it on my personal channel. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening. And yeah, we'll be back
We'll
Wednesday.
be back
with another
Wednesday,
Wawta
as long as we
Wednesday.
don't fall like sacks of shit or,
Exactly.
the ladder. Hopefully we can stay upright this next week.
Seriously, let's not fall. Let's just go.
Have a good one, you guys, and we'll go raid Kaycreigh.
Yeah. Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.